Hello, everyone. Hello and welcome. I am so happy to have you all here. Thank you very much for sticking around with us as we're doing our tech. And by the way, that was me. I was the one doing the tech. Also, I need to mute that over there. Thank you. Hi, everyone. I am troopersjp, and this is the Academic Foxhole, and it's our Foxhole Fridays. So I have very exciting things to share with you. Thank you for waiting around. This is a bunch of prep to do a brand new show. We're doing a wonderful 3-shot, and I'm very excited for this 3-shot. I don't know how excited my players are, but I'm excited, and we are. So let me just tell you a little bit about what we're doing. So we have one of our players missing today. Next week we'll have a player missing, and I will have come off of a colonoscopy with a lot of anesthesia, so I might be a little loopy. And then the week after that, we will be missing 2 of our players. So knowing that we have people missing for 3 weeks in a row, and so here's this thing. You know, I run the Gamblers as a sandbox, which I do, and I don't know where the players are going to go, or what they're going to do, or what's going to happen. But there are things that I know that are happening, and one thing that has been a very important thing is that there has been, for a couple of seasons now, a very important ancient being sitting at the core of the planet, waiting to talk to them. But I never told the players that because I was like, I'm not going to put my finger on the scale in any way whatsoever, because I don't want to. We don't pre-plan this way. So I was like, if they ever go there, I'll be ready. And took a long time, and now they're there. But because it's such an important thing, I wanted to make sure that everyone would be there for this moment. So, since we have 3 weeks with some people in and out, and me being on anesthesia for one of them, we're going to do something different for these 3 weeks. It's a bit of an interlude. Also, Ari, don't let me forget to ask Greg a question later. Okay.
About Drinax or just generally?
No, just a question.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Because we talked about it, and I was like, oh, I've got to ask Greg this question. And then I forgot until just this moment. So, but I can't ask him right now because, So anyway, what we're doing...
Right.
What we're doing is, I thought...
I feel like a ghost.
Panic, Greg, panic!
No, Greg, don't panic. But what I thought we would do is something kind of fun. So some of you might know that... in the hiatus between the shows, I will often, or I've done this 3 times now, I believe. I've run a solo RPG called Crash Jones, and Crash Space Adventurer. And Crash Jones is a pulp serial hero that is fictional in the Gamblers universe, and it uses the system Ironsworn Starforged, which is this super cool system. I can't remember where I put the big book, but it's really, really fun. And what's really neat about the system is that, and you've seen me run it going solo, but this system is not actually exclusively a solo RPG. It is an RPG that you can play solo, or you can play it co-op with no GM, which might be useful next week if I am really, really drugged up, or you can play it with the GM, and that is what we're going to do. And I thought that since we've got a little bit of in and out, it might be really fun to take my favorite players and have them play through a little bit of Ironsworn Starforge, i.e., how about if we have them get to be pulp heroes in this fictional universe made by GDCO. Now, I'm going to just say a couple of things just before we get there. And one of the things I wanted to say is, over the course of playing Crash Jones, interesting parallels and echoes happened between Crash Jones and the Gamblers. And so I thought to myself, so clearly whoever is writing the Crash Jones serials has information that might be something that people might want to have questions about. How can they know some stuff? Because how does this happen? And I don't even always make it happen. It just sort of happens this way sometimes, that these parallels happened. And then I thought, well, if I have them do something in the sort of a pulp serial, good, fun type of thing, there are some, well, one, what kind of parallels will happen between what they do in this 3-shot and in our regular game? I don't know, but it might be really interesting to find out what kind of interesting synchronicities happen. I'm excited about that. And I was also reminded of, thank you. This is, by the way, I'm dressed as Crash Jones. I'm in my Crash Jones outfit, right? My nice who's a member of the Red Tails, right? So I'm dressed as Crash Jones because it's the Crash Jones universe. But the thing is, this is what was I gonna say? Oh, right, yeah. So in our pulp, our pulp heroes, if you think about the good old 1930s and 40s pulp, there is a precedent for what is about to happen, and that is Doc Savage. Doc Savage, Man of Bronze, had 5 friends, the Fabulous Five, who hung out and did lots of cool stuff. And so our protagonists get to be this Fabulous Five, or as I've decided they're called, the Spacebourne Rangers. Oh, no, sorry. The Spacebourne Defenders. Wait. The Spacebourne Defenders of the Trojan Reach. So yes, I had to do it with the megaphone. So we're going to have some pulp heroes in this vein, running around to defend the Trojan Reach. Now, none of my players have ever played this system before, and I'm very excited to introduce it to them because I think they're going to like it, and I'm really excited to see what it looks like to run this in the full style. So we've got a 3-shot. People will be coming in and out because it's a 1930s serial. Don't even worry about it. We just won't even bring it up. They're here, and then they're not, and then they're here again, and it's just how it is. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do some character creation, which is not very particularly slow. It's pretty fast, and then we're going to kick off our adventure. So I would like to have us introduce ourselves. First and foremost, if you could say who you are and who you are, and then since you don't know who you're playing yet, why don't you tell me one kind of pulpy thing that you enjoy? That's what I would like. And let us start off with the person with a fever of 103, the person who gives me fever, fever in the morning, fever all through the night, and the person with no voice, and so I want to have her talk first. Love Lindy, who are you, and give a pulpy memory.
Hi, I don't have a fever, but I
You
do
did.
feel the drugs kicking in right about now. So
Nice.
I'm a little woo. It's the prescription meds. That's what it is. Hi, I'm Lindy, Love Lindy, and I'm gonna be playing somebody tonight. I like pulp. It makes me think of great heroes like Indiana Jones and Ryan Hawks.
Yeah, I love that. Since you're drugged up, I'm not going to have you say anymore. That's fine.
Cool.
But why don't we go to the next member of our crew, somebody who is not currently sick, but only sick and twisted, the most sick and twisted of us all, Ari Ventures. I know.
Oh,
See,
thank
had
you.
no
thank
idea
you.
who
Thank
that was
you.
gonna be.
I wasn't sure either. I was worried it wasn't going to be me, so I'm very happy it is.
I understand that everybody wanted that, and I was like, oh man, oh dang it, all 3 of them want this most sick and twisted title. Ooh, rough. So, Ari, who are you? And give us a pulp memory.
Let's see. Hi, I'm Ari_Ventures. You can find me online here in Seattle. So the very man. So my mind with this question, because I've also been trying to fix my green screen, which is just doing fun things right now. I apologize for all this. But the very first thing to mind when you said that was the the first time somebody asked me, they're like, "Oh, have you seen Pulp Fiction?" Because I don't have a whole lot of like pop culture references. And my response is like a young, 17-year-old person was like, "No, I haven't seen that. I don't know what that is." And since then, of course, I have seen it. But it was this like, oh, this is kind of like what a world can kind of be, where it's a little more like bigger characters and this space where big things can happen with these bigger characters. So I like the idea of playing in it.
Very nice. People, speaking of people who like to play big characters, and again, applies to both. So who gets to have it? I'm gonna hand this over to somebody who shared some really big things in chat earlier, in the form of the video for It's Raining Men, Rocket Fox. Introduce yourself and please
Speaking
do
of
give,
pulp, yes.
yes, please do give some pulp memories.
Yes. So hello everyone. It is I, Rocket Fox, your second favorite person. I love pulp stuff. It's if I could have that as a personal aesthetic, that would be something that I live my life by. I like the bright like characters, colors, shapes, explosions, things that are very simple, like deceptively simple on occasion, because I think some of the good ones really play with that idea of simplicity and how we perceive things. But yeah, I love it. I think it's great. It in a way reminds me a lot of because I'm very into fairy tales, folk tales, things like that, where on the surface things seem very straightforward and simple, and it allows you as the viewer, the reader, to kind of read between the lines and dig deeper on your own. And I always
Yeah.
think that's a lot of fun. So
Oh, nice. Now, speaking of a lot of fun, um, if there's anybody who I have a lot of fun with, because really the person who I would want to play Puck in any night Midsummer Night stream that I'm in at any time would be Greg. Greg, who are you? And please give us some pulp memories.
Fantastic. Hi, everybody. My name is Greg. I'm Warp Reactor over on YouTube. Join me over there if you want to do some fun reaction videos on your off time. I have not played Puck, but I have played Oberon. So it's,
Ooh.
yeah, that was, I've aged out of Puck, unfortunately. But, okay, so you
New
said
vision. A new vision.
New vision, right? Right. Um, when you say pulp, I automatically think of a couple things. But whenever I was getting my master's degree, I wrote my thesis on the original Batman, like the original pulp
Ooh.
Batman,
Yeah.
but set and
Ooh.
compared to the heroes of Gothic literature. And so I
Ooh.
have a soft space, a very sweet spot in my heart for Batman and all things pulp. But if you say boil that down to what you believe and what your mind remembers as being pulp, what is it? I ran a pulp Cthulhu campaign a while ago with one of the players that you're currently looking at, and the party was basically trapped in a library and having to escape, and there was a tank that had a Nazi tank that had already blown part of the Berlin library apart, and several very badass people that were coming in that I thought that I had done such a great job making them so badass. And so there was
And you
smoke.
did.
Right. And there was smoke and shit and everything. And everybody's like screaming to get out and had to run. But one person decided charging was the best idea. And playing a former Nazi doctor, Lindy jumps out of the smoke. Her character wraps her legs around the person that's in charge and jams a syringe into his neck. It was my favorite, boiled down to the atoms pulp moment. And that includes like Dick Tracy, The Shadow, all those shit I read as a kid. And so that for me is pulp. And that, of course, gives you a little more insight into the creature that is the wonderful Lindy.
Oh. Yay! And I'm troopersjp. I am going to be the guide or the GM for tonight. This system is designed to just jump in, and we're going to do, there's like a character creation is part of the process of sort of creating the world. And we're going to jump in and do some things and work it out. This is, well, this is Ironsworn Starforged being used as a group. Now, the first thing you do, all of us hanging out together, the first thing that you do when you're going to play a game of Ironsworn Starforged is you work together and you come up with the truths of your universe. There's a whole workshop where you work out the truths. However, this is a pre-existing universe, so there's truths are already worked out. So I'm going to just go over the truths of this universe, at least all the ones that are worked out, and just to put us all on the same page, so we all know where we're at. So this now, please note that Ironsworn Starforged has a sort of a setting that you can then customize, but we're doing the Traveler setting, or at least the Traveler setting as created by this mysterious author whose work is published by GDCO and is perhaps sometimes a bit propagandistic-y. So, we're gonna we're gonna have that. And as I tell you the truths, just ponder them a little bit. So, the first truth is that there was a cataclysm. And for the purposes of this game, of the Spacebourne Defenders, of the Trojan Reach, the cataclysm is this. The Terrans escaped the ravages of a catastrophic war. Over millennia, consumed resources and shattered lives as you fueled the engines of industry, expansion, and war. In the end, a powerful foe took advantage of our rivalries in a violent bid for power. A tyrannical leader named the Grandfather. Fleeing the devastation, we assembled our fleets and traveled to the Reach, a new home, a fresh start. How did the Terrans find their way to the Reach? It is said they somehow followed Crash Jones's lost P-51. But is that true? So, huge war millennia ago, and humans got in their big generation ships and flew off into space, and now here they are in the Trojan Reaches. Terrans. And then Exodus. There was an Exodus. When Oppenheimer said, "I am become death, the destroyer of worlds," at the testing of the first nuclear weapon, something metaphysical broke, and space-time portals began to open. At that moment, the old hero from the past, Crash Jones, was chasing an unidentified flying object that would be called a Foo Fighter near the Bermuda Triangle, and then he flew through one of these space-time portals. And during which time, of course, as is appropriate, he was frozen in time, and when he awoke, it was millennia later, and he found himself and his trusty P-51 crash-landed on a mysterious ship graveyard planetoid in the Trojan Reach. And on this desperate planetoid, he found a pristine ancient Villani starfighter, which he named Francine, with the AI on board named June. And he learned how to fly, and is this high-tech spacecraft, and he flew off, and in the course of this, of course, he would have met this crew, the Spacebourne Defenders of the Trojan Reach. So, communities. What do we know about communities in this space? In the Trojan Reach, few people survived the journeys to the Reach. Of course, there are people here as well. And so in this space, the people are scattered in the winds in this perilous place. The settlements are often small, starved for resources, and on the brink of ruin. Hundreds of far-flung settlements are lost and isolated within the untamed chaos of the galaxy. Don't even know the fates of all of them. And the Reaches are bordered by dangerous expansionist Azan Hierarch on the spinward side, and it is regularly infiltrated by the mysterious and violent Zodani psionic spies. Yet, on the coreward and trailing side is the Grand Third Imperium. If only we could prove ourselves worthy, we might gain their support and alliance. Please remember, this is being put out by a company that is not technically Third Imperium, but you know, it might actually be Third Imperium. The next thing to know about Ironsworn Starforged is that in this system, one of the most important things is that the whole game is about making vows that give you adventure and then trying to fulfill them. How do you get XP and get better? You make vows and you fulfill them, but not any vow. It must be an iron vow, a vow that you swear on your iron to fulfill, something very important. So the question is, what is the iron? How does the iron manifest in this universe? In this universe, it manifests in iron blades. So there are special swords that are made of iron that those of you who are Ironsworn, who will swear your vows, will swear upon your iron sword. So you bind your honor to your iron blades. Aboard a starship where a stray gunfire can destroy fragile equipment or pierce hulls, the brutal practicality of the sword makes for a useful weapon. A few also favor the silent efficiency of the blade for infiltration or espionage. More importantly, when an Ironsworn, which you all are, swear a vow upon their sword, they bind their commitment to the metal. If they forsake the vow, then that iron must be abandoned. To be Ironsworn without a blade is to be disgraced. So each of you will have some sort of iron blade upon which You swear your allegiance, and I will ask you when we start what it looks like and what it's about, but that's not here for the moment. Laws in this pulpy universe. Much of the settled domains are a lawless frontier. Criminal factions and corrupt leaders often hold sway. Powers rise and fall in the reaches, and so any authority is fleeting. In the end, everyone here in the reaches must fend for themselves. A few communities are bastions of successful autonomy, but many are corrupted and preyed upon by petty despots, criminals, and raiders. And you all, the Starborn Defenders of the Trojan Reaches, you are some of the few heroes to make things right, flying around in space, helping people. Heroes, icons, inspiration for everyone in the lawless reaches. Magic. There are some rare people with psionic powers, especially the very dangerous Zodani, but those psionic wielders are dangerous and inscrutable, and with the power to control people's minds. They are a threat to all freedom in the reaches, and they must, of course, be defeated. Communication and data. Information is life, and we rely on spaceborne couriers to transport messages and data across the vast distances between settlements. Direct communication and transmissions beyond the near space of a ship or an outpost are impossible. Digital archives are available at larger outposts, but the information is not always up to date or reliable. Therefore, the most important communication and discoveries are carried out by couriers, who swear vows to see that data safely to its destination. Medicine. There are advanced medical technologies and expertise, but much of it was lost in the destruction. Healers are rare and ill-equipped. Untold numbers have succumbed to sickness, injury, and disease. Those who survive often bear the scars of a hard and dangerous life in the Reach. Some of the only ways we can get reliable, advanced medical care is from, well, I'm sure this would surprise you, but the altruistic members of GDCO, who offer care at the space stations that they run in the Reach. That's right, GDCO, here for all of your medical needs. Artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence emerged at the time before the Great Exodus, and then sentient machines, they do live with us here in the Reach. Our ships, digital assistants, bots, and other systems often house advanced AI. For a lone traveler, machine intelligence can provide companionship, helpful therapeutic companionship, and only the best and most positive companionship and aid within the perilous depths of the Reaches. War. Professional soldiers defend or expand the holdings of those who are able to pay. The rest of us are on our own. Mercenary guilds wield power in the Reach. Some are scrappy outfits of no more than a dozen soldiers. Others are sector-spanning enterprises deploying legions of skilled fighting forces and fleets of powerful starships. Most hold no loyalty except to the highest bidder. And then life forms? The Reach was seeded, engineered by the ancients, ancient entities lost to time, though their influences lingers in all the edges of the universe. The ancients are the architects of life within the Reach. Are any ancients still alive? Have they left traps or gifts for us? Are there secrets to be discovered that might help us all, or perhaps doom us all? Precursors. The ancients. An advanced spacefaring empire once ruled the entirety of the Reach. Indeed, all of charted space. Vaults of unknown purpose are all that remain to mark the ancients. But those places are untethered from our own reality. Ancient vaults can appear spontaneously, washed up like flotsam in the tides of time. Their gravity in the atmospheres pay no heed to natural laws. Some are corrupted and ruined. Others are unmarred and intact. Some are both at once. They are chaos. They hold many great secrets. And lastly, for our truths, is horrors. Put enough alcohol in a spacer, and they'll tell you stories of ghost ships crewed by vengeful undead. I mean, it's nonsense, right? Yeah. Within the Reach, space and time are as mutable and unstable as a flooding river. When reality can't be trusted, we are bound to encounter unsettling phenomena. Those are the truths of this space. And I would like to go around in a circle and have each one of you add to one of the truths. I dropped off the booklet so you at least can see the categories. But if each one of you would just add something to the Crash Jones universe, just add one of the truths. And I thought that I would start with Greg.
Well, that's a terrible idea.
Oh, no, it's the greatest idea because you're awesome.
I was thinking of other things and for character creation.
But
Okay, so we
give
get
you some spots.
right. So now the truths can be based off of anything that we have, right? Now, and so as far as Ironsworn is concerned, I want to make sure it's my first time in the system. So I want to make sure I
Sure.
got this right. So we swear upon this iron sword, and that's basically a binding type, but you have to fulfill it. Okay.
Yes, or pay the price.
Now, pay the iron price, apparently. So here's my thing. Can there be a list of, or not a list, maybe there's even just one thing for each iron swear or iron, whatever the type of bond that you give is vow, your vow. There you go. That's the word I'm looking for. In your iron vows, can there be like one specific thing that would get you out of that vow? And it has to be really bad. Like you give your firstborn child, you give, you give a limb, you give something of incredible importance. You give one of your eyes or both of your eyes or something like that. So if I had to add something to it, just to make it, we were talking pulp earlier and I had Cthulhu on the brain. So in this respect, in any time, I would say that the truth that I would add to it is kind of saddled up with the iron truth, and that with each vow that you make, each bond that is kind of forged in this, there is an out that is agreed upon at the time of like the vow, but it is awful. And that's what I would say.
So I'm going to just clarify, because you can always forsake your vows at any time. It's just that if you do, it is a disgrace. And you must give up the thing that you swore that iron upon. So is this that you're proposing that if you do this other thing instead, your honor is
you don't lose honor, correct?
Yeah.
Your honor is maintained. So
okay, I will take that. There is an out without disgrace, but the price is high.
And it must be agreed upon by both swearing.
I'm into it. Rockette, you're next. What would you like to add to our truths?
I would like to add to our horrors section.
I'm ready for it.
Ghost ships, ghost ships are fun. We love that. But I would love the idea that some of these pocket portals that people find. Yeah, I think there's one particular one of note, and you can tell me if this ends up being too specific of a truth, but there's one. Think of it as like the space Bermuda Triangle. That like, but this particular portal just kind of like floats around, and it takes you into the most nightmarish place that you could possibly imagine. Like, if I would think something like all of your worst fears and something, and maybe it's something that like somehow engineers your fears or what you see when you go into it. But it's a known one that is just kind of like out there floating around.
I have a question about that.
I have an answer, maybe.
You say it's out there floating around, which says to me that you don't know what system it's going to show up in, right? Like you go into jump space.
Sure don't.
It might be there now, right? It just sort of shows up in various places. It's not like, oh, it's over in that sector. We can just avoid it, because it just might be where you're going.
I don't feel like untold horrors should be avoidable.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, so good. I love that. Perfect. Ari, do you have a truth you would like to add?
Let's see. So I think um the truth that I'd like to add is actually, can we come back to me? I was been trying to fix this thing that's happening with my camera and my brain is
Yes.
processing. Thank
Sure.
you.
Of course. Lindy, do you have a category that you would like to add truth to?
Life forms.
Give it to me. Life forms. I'm ready.
So, you know me. I'm a plant nerd.
I do know that about
I
you.
think that very, very rarely on random asteroids, maybe it's not so random, we don't know, there is a type of plant, craters, but there's no atmosphere because it's an asteroid. It's not large enough to generate atmosphere. So these are plants that are somehow growing, not very tall, not a lot of them, but growing in space, in no oxygen, no gravity. Something on these asteroids, very specific asteroids in very specific places, allows a very specific type of plant to grow.
Okay, I do love that. That is very exciting. I wonder if it's like moss or algae or whatever it's like, but whatever it is, it's going to be cool. I love that.
Imagine if researchers could get their hands on it.
If only. I would.
If only.
No.
It's so rare.
So rare. Ari, are you ready?
Okay, so I want to add something into the magic category. And I think the magic is it's tied to the stars. So not quite and I always mix up if it's astrology or astrology.
Both?
So not quite
Well-
like astrology. I mean, but like the stars that you're born under in this world, I think really influence, like there's I think the cultural whatever superstition influences, but it really, like the stars that are directly above when you're born, they influence your I don't want to say temperament, but like a word that's similar to that. Like in the sort of like because it's not like it's not pigeonholing people into you have to be like this kind of person because you were born in Capricorn like that. It's like you're going to be this person because you were born with these stars.
All right, say that again so I can write it down because I'm writing it down.
Okay, fair. The stars that you were born under influence the strength of your emotions.
Of your emotions.
That's an awesome question because I have a question about a truth that you add. Can that be like mechanical as well for the game?
What does that mean?
Like, well, like in with Ari's example, if you're born under a certain sign and it influences you, could you get like a boon, so to speak, whenever you're in phase, and like a bane when you're out of phase?
Oh
like
yeah, where like
mechanically?
your stars are like overhead, and so you get like a
Like,
Brain.
like, I'm sorry, I can't rob that bank this month. That's a bad sign. You know?
The answer to that is I believe that there's a supplement, a brand new supplement that has come out called Sundered Isles. It's air and space and water pirates, and there is a thing that covers that 100%. So the answer to that can 100% be yes. I just have to make sure we have dice of a different color, and I will get that for you. It'll be there. Ooh. It'll be there for you next week. So. Yes, absolutely. Now, we have to make our characters. That's what we have to do next. We just did that, so it is now character creation time. Which, by the way, is pretty easy, although there's always logistics to ponder. But I should also say there are a couple of default assumptions about this world: that it's a perilous future, that it is a lonely future, that it is a diverse future, that it is far-flung, that it is unexplored, that it is wondrous, that it is a retro future, that it has some unjustnesses in it, but it is also hopeful, right? So those are our default assumptions. And let's begin by making our characters. So this, the creators of this call this a Powered by the Apocalypse system, but it doesn't particularly feel that way to me. But you all have some character sheets. And I'm going to pull up my test character sheet that I have so that the audience can see it, because I want them to be able to do that. Let's see. Also, I cannot use my...
These are so cool, Trooper.
I know. I'm just saying that they're cool. That's all. All right, let me get to our map screen. Here we go.
Very cool.
This is a pretty simple system. There's not a whole lot, but we will start off. I think the first thing we should ask, and there is a spot in there are actually 2 character sheets for everybody, but there's a spot for notes. I would like to ask you all the first question, which is, what species are you all? I will note before we get much, much further, this is propaganda made by Imperials, but the author is not an Imperial. The author is mysterious. That's all. How do they know about people that maybe are in the Gambler's universe? It's unclear. But there is a little bit of wiggle room in that space. I would love for you to tell me about what species you all are.
I think my character is definitely going to be human. Just, you know, I'm assuming we have like Aslan and Marker and stuff. Human, because having a specific aesthetic that I am prepping for.
Got it.
Would you like to know his name?
Well,
I'm ready for name. If you're ready.
Well, okay. Wait. Let me get to studio mode so I can make this fixed right now. Hold on, because I am ready for this. Where's my name references? Name references. If you would, I would love to hear the name.
My gentleman's name is Chester Storm, but he goes by Chest.
Yes. Chester Storm. Added. You are now added. That is now going to be a thing that cannot be stopped. So I'm glad that we all understand that and how that is going to work. Let me just move your nameplate where it needs to be. Just where it needs to be. Chester Storm. I got you. Chester Storm. Done and done. Lindy.
Hi. I'll be a human too.
Nice. Whenever you have a name, you can tell me, but you don't have to tell me yet.
Good, because I don't.
Ari. Ari, you're muted.
Oh, son of a gun. Yes, I am muted because I muted myself earlier. I'm gonna be human.
So that's very pulpy. If you have a name, you can tell me, but I'm always ready. I'm ready to fix these things. And Rocket.
I need to figure out their actual name, but I know what their call sign is.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh. Give me your call sign. let me get to name references. Wait. I'm ready. Give me your call sign.
Okay. Boom boom.
That makes sense to me. Absolutely, it does. Gonna just fix that while we're here. And Rocket.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and be a Varger.
Nice.
And her name's gonna be Millie Green.
Nice. Let me get my name references and get that right in there. That should be here. Yes, Millie Green.
And I think the
Varger.
call sign, her call sign is going to be Pup Chops.
I see you. I see you. Right now, probably going to need to do that. Yep. Millie Green, Pup Chops. Done and done. Yep, I'm going to now just center your nameplate right here. Oh, actually, you know what? I bet I don't even have to do that. Hold on. Let me just grab this. So, that's it as I'm fixing that. And whenever people have their names, just give it to me. And I will update because I have the power of doing that on the fly. Let's see. And you, perfect. So, that said, whoop. Oh, I love a good Varger. I really do. They make me so very happy. So, at this moment, the next thing we have to do in character creation is we have to choose our paths. So this game uses cards as a way to like basically track who you are. And if you actually buy the game itself, there are these like really great cards you can use. And there are a number of paths, and paths are things like professions or things about yourself that says something. So we have a number of paths, many, many of them, and you will each take 2, but we're going to do one at a time. And we'll go around in a circle to see who gets to go and choose first. Does somebody have a burning desire, a burning ring of fire, a burning yearning? Rocket, choose your first path. And by the way, you
I
can
would like,
right-click it and just take it.
excellent. I'd like to be an artist.
An artist. So now, in the cards, I will note that each card has 3 abilities, and the first ability is checked, which means you have that ability. The other 2 you can get with experience. Could you read your card out and your first ability for us?
Yes. So my first ability, when you make a move to craft an artistic work, present an artistic gift or performance, or leave your artistic mark on an item or location, you may re-roll your action die if its value is less than your spirit. On a strong hit, take +1 momentum or +1 spirit.
Ooh, very nice. Okay, that's exciting. Love that. Who's next? Was that you, Ari?
Yeah, sure. It can definitely be me. I was looking up names because I found the call sign. I knew what the call sign was, but I had no idea about the rest of it. Anywho, let's see. I'm kind of going back and forth between 2, but I think I'm gonna take. I'm looking down at the little cards.
Because they're
I think
good.
I'm gonna. They're real good. They're real good. There's let's do Weapon Master.
Weapon Master. Could you read it out? Take right click, take it into your hand, and then read it out for us.
Let's see. I'm trying to find it on the here and the nows. Oh, here we go. Move that.
On the.
I mean, I know Weapon Master is here. Oh, here it is. There we go.
Yes.
Take card. Here we go. You are a walking armory with a weapon for every occasion. When you enter the fray in personal combat, add +1 and take +1 momentum on a hit. Once per fight, when you gain ground by switching weapons or changing tactics, take an automatic strong hit.
Nice. Very nice. Okay. Greg, you're up next. By the way, we're going to snake it, so we're going to go in the opposite direction for the second round, because that's the only fair way to do it.
I am super duper torn here.
I feel that.
It's
Yeah.
basically, I'm thinking to myself, do
Yeah.
I want to make Miller or do I want to make Burton from The Expanse? And I'm missing-
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. They're both, I mean, you know.
Join me in violence. It'll be fun.
I think I'm going Miller, and I will take Sleuth.
Oh, right click, take it, and then if you would, read out the ability that you currently have.
Sure thing. Let me make this great big because Greg cannot see anymore. All right, here we go. When you swear an iron vow to solve a murder, disappearance, theft, or other mystery, make the rank of the quest no greater than formidable. Then, when you gather information in the course of the investigation, roll 3 challenge dice and choose 2. If any challenge dice match, you must use those values. On a miss with a match, envision what you learn of a deepening conspiracy or betrayal. Make the rank of your quest 1 higher, no greater than epic, and use the new rank when marking future progress. I don't know what any of that means, but I'm going to be...
No, that's good. Because you'll learn it. It's good. That's very good. Take that, Sleuth. Lindy,
Hi.
you're muted. Hi.
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 It's a great question. There are so many enticing ones.
There
And
are.
I'm like sitting here going, do I want to be like a
Mhm.
gearhead? Do I want to be like a healer? Do I want to
Mhm.
be an explorer, like a nerd? I'm just trying to figure out what archetype everyone else is kind of aiming for, so I can be something different. So I'm like, all right, we've got this. We've got an artist. We've got a sleuth. We've got a hit 'em real good. So I'm gonna pick the most neutral one first. I'm gonna pick Voidborn.
Ooh, I looked
Ooh.
at that one. It looked fun.
Will you right click, take it, and then read it out for us?
Yes. Oop. You are most suited to life in the limitless void. When you are in space or a spacebound vehicle or station, increase your momentum reset by 1. When you enter a planet side or high gravity environment, lose momentum -1.
Mm-hmm. Does it say lose momentum or lose your maximum momentum? Or it says
It
just
says
lose momentum.
lose momentum
Not bad.
-1.
Not bad. That is not bad at all. But Lindy, because we're doing the snake,
No,
yes, you get to go again.
no, I don't
Yes.
wanna.
Yes.
It's so hard to pick that first one.
But now you get the second one.
Dang. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um. As I sit here, scroll, going, dang, what do I want to be besides Spaceborne, basically? We're pulpy, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're like cool space people.
It's cool space people. You're
Doing-
heroes. In a ship. You've got a ship. You're
We're
gonna do cool
heroes.
stuff. Mhm.
That's cool.
As envisioned by pulp authors.
Let me be like this. I'm gonna be a really space oriented. Then I'm gonna be like the person on the who's lived most of their life not planet side. I'm gonna take Gearhead for my second one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Would you read that out for us?
Unless anyone else had their heart set on it, because I have backups. So okay. Gearhead. Boop. Take. When you make a move to craft, repair, repurpose, or modify equipment or technology, add +1 and take +1 momentum on a hit.
Okay. Okay. Nice. That's a good one. Greg,
How many of these do we pick?
2 paths, and then you get 1 more later.
Just fucking 2?
Just 2.
Damn.
I know, right? I have
know.
another 6 in front of me that I want to pick up.
That's why
But
I was
will
like,
say,
oh man.
that's what XP is for, but you know.
We can get, oh wait, we can get more paths with XP?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. For no reason. Excuse me.
All right, then I'm turning into like the full Miller. I'm gonna go the full like sleuth detective, pulpy. We're going with the shadow. So I'm gonna pick Shade, and Shade is drawing on
looking at that one.
esoteric. Yeah, drawing on
Same.
esoteric
Same.
energies, you may instantly cloak your form in the shadowy veil of the void. When you are
Ooh.
veiled and make a move to ambush, hide, or sneak, you may preset your action die to 5. In darkness, make it a 6. On a miss, in addition to any cost, you are revealed and can't veil yourself again until the current situation is resolved.
Oh, that's very nice. Take it. Take it. Which means, Ari, you are next.
Oh,
Who knows
shoot.
what evil
I'm
lurks
not done sorting. I'm
in
not
the
done
hearts of
sorting.
men? The shadow knows.
Ah! Okay,
love
I'm
Cranston
really
and
torn
Margot.
because it could be so many things. Hilariously, I decided not to go with a demolitionist, considering their call sign.
I mean,
That's what I assumed you were going for because of the call
I know.
sign.
Yeah.
That was an idea at one point. It is one of the cards down here that I'm looking at. But I have Weapons Master, and I feel like you can definitely do a lot of boom boom walking in with any kind of weapon. You know, like you don't need to have dynamite to
If you have a shotgun.
create some havoc. Yeah. You just boom boom both barrels. You know.
Yeah. I love that.
So here's what I'm between, chat. Actually, hey, chat, you want to help me? Can we make a poll, Trooper?
Sure.
Can we do this one on a poll? Unless somebody,
Absolutely.
unless someone here is like, let me know, Rocket, if I list off one of these that you're like, I really want this, and don't go for it. So the ones that I'm in between are empath, loyalist, devotant, fugitive, and haunted. Technically armored, but like, I don't think I'm gonna go with armored. That's
Empath,
real
loyalist.
tanky tank.
Empath,
Loyalist,
Haunted is
devotant, haunted. Haunted is really cool. I like haunted, fugitive, and then devotants.
Okay, now, before I put this up, Rocket, did you want one of those?
No.
Okay.
No, not for a bad. They sound amazing. I just are Listen, it's not for me. Okay?
I mean, fair. No, these are Ari wants to have a boom boom character that can play so many different places.
The poll is up.
I don't know.
While we're waiting for that poll,
Help me,
Rocket, what
chat.
is your second?
Yes, so my other one I really wanted is augmented.
Augmented. Love it. Take it and then read it out to us.
Yes, so now it is mine. Path, augmented. You are equipped with an advanced prosthetic, implant, or mechanical enhancement. When you make a move directly aided by the augment, envision how it gives you exceptional capacities and add +1. On a strong hit with a match, your augment exceeds expectations. Take +2 momentum. On a miss with the match, the augment is broken. You must repair and spend 3 repair points to bring it back to working condition.
Okay. What is your augment?
So, Millie Green, and I had to do this. I just had to. Millie Green is a singer and has augmented vocal cords. She howls, but also along with that howling and singing, she also maybe can make impressions of other people's voices and sounds and things like that.
Okay. Oh, I love that. All right. That's awesome. The poll has ended, by the way.
I'm haunted. Oh, yeah, I am. Absolutely, 100%.
Could you take that and then let us know what it is?
Yes. As soon as I find it, I will 110%
Upper
take
left
it.
in the area.
They should be in alphabetical order.
But
think.
except the haunted is off to the left. Of the, there it is. Yep. See.
Oh,
I moved it center for you. Yeah.
Thank you. Here we go. Haunted. You are haunted by the spirit of someone who's paused or mourn, or both. It's both. When you make a move to call upon their insight, add +1. On a weak hit, endure stress, -1. On a strong hit with a match, mark 1 tick on your Bond's legacy track.
Oh.
So boom
Who are
boom.
you
did
haunted by?
something. Boom Boom is haunted by. Boom Boom is haunted by Clara. Clara was their partner. Um, like they would go in and shoot things up and mercenary style stuff. Um, Back in the day, and Boom Boom miscalculated a boom, and now Clara is no longer with us.
Well then, that part is done. We do the next part, which is tell us your backstories. Who are you all, and how did you get to be together on this ship? Tell us what happened. What happened to bring you to be one of the Spacebourne Defenders of the Trojan Reach, of which it's you all. It's not, it's y'all. Tell us about who you all are, and tell us also how you know each other.
So Moxie is Boom Boom's name. They don't have a name, just Moxie. But they go by Boom Boom. The only person I think who knew that their name is Moxie was Clara, or of course their mother. And yeah, they started working in mercenary life, and after they were charging into this particularly narrow ship. There was like a one-way entrance kind of thing. And Clara had like jumped in front of them, and they thought they could shoot around Clara, and they didn't, and instead got
Awkward.
Clara in the back. Very awkward. That was their, they finished up, like they took care of Clara. They did not finish up the actual thing with the ship, and then they got out of mercenary life, and have since tried to do things better, but they have a strong desire to bring guns to fist fights.
It's fair. That is fair.
Ari, are you saying that you shot somebody in the back again?
And was that person a Varger? I just want to know if that person was also a Varger that you shot in the back.
I'm noticing a pattern here.
Look, all I'm saying is don't get in front of Boom Boom. So, and everything will be fine.
Rear. Wait a minute. What? Yeah.
Who's next? Rocket, you know your
I can
character.
go.
Tell me. Oh, Craig.
go.
Greg.
Rocket.
Go.
Yes, great, go.
I was just, I don't want to jump line, but I was just going to say, if Rocket, are you ready to go? If you're ready to go, I will absolutely step back.
Sure. All right. So, Millie Green. Millie Green started off life as a young pup and had big dreams of the stage, the lights, the cameras, all of that.
The action.
The action. However, there was only one way to get to the stars, and that was to go to the stars. And
Yes.
So Pup Chop discovered, after having gotten the golden vocal cords that were painted gold, she would have it no other way, but discovered that she was able to mimic a lot of different sounds and voices and things like that. And she may, in promise of fame and fortune, have gotten connected to some shadowy characters who maybe have some either information or like someone or some of that, to where she just has to do this last kind of thing, and then everything will be fine, and fame and fortune and no blackmail
Right.
will happen.
That makes sense. Yeah. That I totally believe you that there is no blackmail at all.
No, that would be silly.
Right. And who is it that you're owing things to? The shadowy organization?
Well, So it. Let's see. Hang on. I wrote down about our truths.
Mm-hmm.
I. So I think it's actually one of these smaller mercenary groups. Like
Mm.
they're not great in number, but when you see someone who's like a real stereotypical used car salesman type,
Yeah.
um, when you're a young pup and you're just from a small kennel out in the country, you don't realize that these people promise the sky and give you nothing.
Yeah. Um, yeah. Greg asked, "Are we playing the same time as our main campaign?" Well, the stories are being written at the same time as the main campaign, but by someone in the main campaign. Who that person is, you've not looked into it. Who is making stories? So there is a.
It's the professor.
Going to be sending you a
God.
DM, Trooper.
Oh, nice! I'm so excited
How
about this.
okay? How much of the story revolves around grain prices?
Well,
Oh, yes, this is an excellent question.
There sometimes grain prices are mentioned, but that's just a whole other thing altogether. And I'm gonna just get that DM. Also, I'm seeing some connections between people. It is perhaps there are reasons that a connection between Millie and Boom Boom is, since there are mercs involved there as well. I'll have to ask that question. Greg, what is your character's backstory? Chest Rockwell.
Yeah, Chest. Yes. Cheststorm grew up in an orphanage, or basically a redistribution center for children, I guess is something that maybe GDCO would call it. And
God.
yeah,
Normal.
during the time that during the time that he was incarcerated, staying there,
Yes.
he several of his friends disappeared. Several of his peers, minors disappeared. And no one could tell why. The police were involved, the authorities were involved, but it didn't seem like anybody was taking it very seriously. And so that's what prompted Chess to begin his sleuthing, basically, was to find these lost friends. And so for, whatever indeterminate period of time since then, he has been looking around and really reaching dead ends, but he did find one clue that has led him, farther and faster than any other place that he's been. And that clue is a name, the White Rabbit.
Interesting. Excellent. Kind of like Harriet the Spy. I love that. Lindy, what is your character's backstory?
It's a great question. I was working on her name, which, if you would like to know, is Andromeda Steel. Steel with an E at the end.
Oh, you make me so happy right now. That is so beautiful. Andromeda Steel?
I was going for pulpy. Yeah.
Yes.
Andromeda.
All right, I'm back. Go ahead. You were saying? That was
so Andromeda Steel. She was named after the galaxy which she was born in. Grew up on a trader ship, mostly visiting GDCO ports. So hasn't been planet-side many places, typically just on the high ports of been a lot of places, mostly stayed in space. Just has a real knack for fixing things when they break or go wrong. And has kind of climbed up the ranks a little bit in mechanics. Got a lot of mechanics certifications.
Oh, nice. Now, let me
ask,
ask,
is this broken? I can fix that.
How do you all know each other? You all have a ship together. You're on the same ship. How do you all know each other? What are your all's relationships with each other?
Do you think Pup Chops and Boom Boom met back when Boom Boom was just starting to get their name?
I could see that.
Right.
Yeah, I could see that for sure.
Okay. So I would love it if Pup Chops actually knew Boom Boom as Moxie originally, and they because I think they got their name as they were going through the mercenary stuff.
Yeah, well, I wonder too, maybe they would have known each other then and like parted ways for a little while. And then kind of for this particular situation, it's kind of like a reunion of sorts.
Yeah.
What about the rest of you all? You're all on a ship together, traveling through space, doing deeds, fulfilling vows, having adventure. How do you all know each other?
Chest has been wandering
And by the way,
galaxy. Did I hear that right?
I will also just note that Cord's character is also on the ship with you all. Just so you know, because you're all in there together.
We should make Cord's character for him and then just give it.
Yes!
I agree. That seems yes.
This is perfect. Welcome, Cord.
Knowing him, he'd probably love that, actually.
I know
I'm not saying it as a punishment. I'm saying as a gift to anybody that would watch him play this character, because my man would take about 10 seconds and have a whole thing.
Yeah,
done,
he would.
right?
He would.
So yes, Chest has been wandering. I would say let's do this for Chest. Chest initially came aboard ship as almost like a much uglier, much less reputable version of Inara Serra from Serenity for Firefly. So basically he came on as a passenger, and when he realized that I guess the crew's job was a little bit more underworldy, he realized he was in a perfect spot to be able to maybe kind of fan some flames into the void and see if he could, catch a scent. So he stuck around.
What about Andromeda?
Oh, well, you see, I imagine that these two, the Millie and Boom Boom, they had some ship problems at one point, and they really needed somebody to fix it. And let's just say there was some disagreements with me and, like, the other engineer on the last ship I was on. They were wrong, I was right, but, they only found that out after I left their ship. And they got stuck elsewhere. But, I came on here and I was like, well, you know what? I'll just fix up this ship instead.
Okay.
Do you think they, like, met in a bar where, like, Boom Boom and Millie are, like, drinking, and they're talking about, like, oh man, we've got this thing. They're like, and they're trying to figure it out, and maybe, like, Andromeda's just sitting, like, right there and is like, oh, it's X, Y, and Z. And then Boom Boom's like, okay, great. So when do you start?
Okay, it can be free Tuesday.
Excellent. Let's do it. And then they'll order a round of drinks.
Also, I feel like somehow a bar fight should have been involved.
Oh, well, I assume Boom Boom leaves bars by starting fights.
Am I allowed to add something into this?
Oh, please. Can
Yes.
Chester be there?
Yeah. Y'all motherfuckers were fighting each other. I'd say that Lindy and Ari were fighting, and somehow mid fucking fight, the idea came up that she was a mech, and that's how you all. I don't know.
And then suddenly Boom Boom's like, "Oh, great, let's do this,"
Tuesday?
Right. Yeah.
Well, maybe okay. So also to that end, since Boom Boom and Pup Chops kind of recross paths, what if it's a little divey place where there's somebody who has to be performing and bringing some entertainment, and is kind of done with this. It's kind of done with this hideous hole in the wall.
How many?
And the best part of this is that I would be drinking, like, Shirley Temples and mocktails, because I don't think Andromeda really drinks much. So.
Oh, nice. I think Boom Boom drinks a lot.
Nice. And also, I think my call sign is Fix It.
Ooh, I like that.
Add that too. I'm gonna just add that.
Man,
So-
I thought you were gonna say Fixin as a Fix-It Vixen hybrid, and I was like, I got
Fixin' would be good. Yeah.
I got like nipple chills for a second. I was like,
You know what? Let's do that,
Can it
Greg. Fixin'.
Yes.
Yeah.
We cannot ignore Greg's nipples. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
You have
It's
to.
also,
the
I'm
nipple
Southern,
radar.
so it's like I'm fixing too, you know?
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm fixing something. I'm fixing. Yeah.
Also, like fixins in a meal.
Exactly. It's versatile.
It's in.
Was Chester a part of this fight, or was Chester just sitting at the bar the whole time, like Like, where's Chester in this this
Oh, you want
bar?
Chester in the bar too? Like, this
Well,
is like,
I assume. Well, but what do you want? I'm not trying to dictate what happens to your character.
Well, you are.
Chester's the bartender. please get out.
No,
You've
I
ruined
would say
everything.
this is, yeah, I would say this is your thing. I wanted to keep let's keep Chester out of it for a bit more removed a bit as
Chester
a
hadn't
passenger.
joined the crew yet.
Okay.
Yeah, if we want to make it all like the same night as you all are coming back, like beaten and bloodied, you know, Chester has no idea that you did that to yourselves. That, you know,
Also-
he's waiting at like the berth, like bus stop or whatever it would be for like, to be able,
Basically.
you know, talking to the harbor master or whoever has, you know, passage for, and he's just out front of the ship waiting for. And that's how that's the serendipitous night of our meeting.
Oh, perfect.
You all beat the shit out of each other, and I have no idea why.
I feel like a Boom Boom would like, in seeing Chester at the edge of the ship, they've already just brought on another crew member. They're definitely inebriated. And so they're like, hey, you want to go with us to Terra or whatever the next port is? Like, I think that they would do that.
And then he wouldn't say anything and just walk on. Just like pick up his duffel bag and like.
They'd be like, hey, you look like a cool guy. Let's go.
You can't possibly be a murderer, right?
Right. Well, you can't murder me
Nope.
because I can't die. That's my curse. I can't fucking die.
So we now have to do one of the more important things. If you go to your character sheet and you click on the tab that says vows, each one of you has a background vow. This is the vow that will take years to accomplish. You may never accomplish it, but it is your personal primary motivation and ultimate goal. That thing that drives you, your overall individual nagging ambition, aching need, sacred commitment. It is the thing that drives you. It is your background of vow. And it is something that you swore on iron many, many years ago. It is something big. It is something important. And it will be very, very, very difficult to fulfill this vow. So if you click on like add a vow, you can see there's a space for the vow, and you can see troublesome, dangerous, formidable, extreme, or epic. This is an epic vow. So you should definitely click epic. And epic vows are very, very hard to achieve. It takes a very long time. It's your big center thing. So let me ask you if you have, it's the thing that makes your character unique and it drives you. And you will tell us what it is and write down your background vow. And I would just put down background : and then your vow could be something like, you know, I will destroy the Iron Talon Raider clan, or I will discover a means to bring back so and so from death, or whatever is your epic background vow. And if you have trouble coming up with a vow, we have oracle options for you. So, by the way, if I don't know if anyone has their background vow already in mind, but I will just note, we have all these oracles. This is what's great about this game, and I'm gonna just right now click on the oracle tab, and on this character sheet, and there's action and theme under core. So I can just click, if I wanted to, I could click action. Look at this. It's action and theme, and I can just add action and theme. Click on those two, and I get action, raid, and theme is quest. So if I wanted to come up with my background vow, I could just take those two as my inspiration. What's great about this game is that it has lots and lots of oracles that you can use as inspiration for many, many things, in case you are stumped. But does anyone have an idea about the thing that drives them? your...
There was something about an ancient being in the truths, and I was getting distracted by the fact that my green screen is having a moment. Can you remind me what the ancient thing was?
Millennial old ancient warlords, as a matter of fact. Do you know?
Yeah,
There was
so they exist in this world, and what else about them?
I mean, this is written by somebody in the Gambler's universe who is just telling a story about how there's an ancient millennial old warlord that like destroyed all sorts of civilizations many, many years in the past, you know. And yeah, who knows who's writing it. But anyway, yeah, there's a lot of interesting stories in these pulp novels, and it is set in the Trojan Reaches. There is a Drinax. All these places still exist in this world. They are somewhat... sometimes you might think, I don't know if you've ever been to Drinax, because that is not what Drinax looks like in real life, but okay. So sometimes you might have some questions about how they describe things. But yes, there's certainly a white rabbit in there. There's a millennial old ancient warlord called the Grandfather, who started a war that destroyed countless stars and scattered people across the universe.
In this world, is there any belief that because I'm thinking, I'm not sure if I'm trying to.
Sorry, hold
I'm
on.
thinking that
your
for
sound
boom.
your sound got crackly. Could you say that again?
Oh, sure. I don't know why it got crackly. I'm thinking about something to the effect of like Boom Boom's vow is if there is a known reality of this warlord existing, then I think that that's what Carla and Boom Boom were going after when Carla got shot. Not going after but to like maybe take something from the warlord. And so their vow, if this is possible, then would be to eliminate the warlord for the fact that they lost their
Wow, that
Carla.
is an epic. That is an epic vow. So your epic vow is to eliminate the Grandfather. Write it down.
Can I make it two pieces? Eliminate the
Yes.
Grandfather and protect whoever they're with. Like that's part of their core, is protecting the people that whoever their party is.
Oh no. Leave that out of your background vow.
No.
That can just be your character. You don't need to worry
Eliminate
about
the
that one.
Grandfather.
Eliminate the Grandfather is your epic vow. That is 100% an epic vow. Other epic vows.
I think. Oh yeah, I think that Millie's is to sing her late sister's song at the Galactic Opera House.
Ooh. Okay, hold on. So you want to sing your late sister's song at the Galactic Opera House.
Then the Galactic Opera House. No place smaller will do.
Yeah. Okay. All right. By the way, milestones, when you all make progress towards your goal, you get ticks, and all these things are helpful and useful, right? So we're going to think about all of that. Okay. At the Galactic Opera House. That's a big deal. I know it is. We have two more who need their vows. Their epic vows.
Linda, you can go or I can go. Totally up to you. I would say that Chester's epic vow follows in lockstep with what his current mission is. Find the brothers and sisters from the orphanage that were lost, and if any evil has befallen them, to bring the perpetrators to justice.
That's a great epic vow. Love it. And Lindy.
I think for Andromeda Steel, because she likes to fix things, tinkerer. I think it's to learn how to repair or use ancient technology.
Ooh. Okay. Let's make it more epic.
Okay.
Because I feel like that could be a step on the way. Let's come up with some kind of like really epic piece of technology that you
Okay,
want
yeah,
to.
yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like there's like a special piece of technology that you want to like get and then be able to, you know.
What
Uh,
if I'm just gonna chuck this over there? What if it was something that is able to like define all these portals and stuff like that?
Oh.
Ooh.
Because they seem to appear and disappear, and nobody really
Mhm.
understands them, like
Mhm.
where or why. But perhaps the ancients would.
Learn how
Mm.
to control the ancient
Mhm.
portals.
Yeah. Learn how to control the ancient portals. That's a
My
great
suggestion-
epic quest.
I had a suggestion too, Lindy, just because you're a Star Wars fan. The reverse Death Star. It's the sun machine. You can create it, and it makes a solar system.
That is cool too.
Just throwing that out.
Both.
I love
learn,
that.
Learn both.
Yeah, just learn both. I'm gonna go with the portals because it has a nice tie into something we've already created.
Yeah. Okay. I love that. And so,
It's mysterious for a space kid who grew up with space, you know.
absolutely. Okay.
Who cares about planets when you could go between them?
All of you have a spaceship. That spaceship is a card that's on the upper left of our mat, and we have to talk about your spaceship. It's up there. It's got some integrity. It's lovely. Would somebody read off the tick of, because this is an asset that is shared between you all, would somebody read off that first power on the spaceship?
Oh, Gray, don't. If I can get it closer to my face, I would be
If
happy
you
to do that.
click on it once and then hit the Z button, it pops up real big.
Oh, sure does. All right. Command vehicle starship. Your armed, multi-purpose starship is suited for interstellar and atmospheric flight. It can comfortably transport several people, has space for cargo, and can carry and launch support vehicles. When you advance, you may spend experience to equip this vehicle with module assets.
Oh, that's nice. Would you like to roll for the starship's history, or would you like to choose it?
Can
Yeah.
anybody? Oh, are we roll? Okay, we can roll.
It's
No,
your choice.
I
You can roll and
I'm-
choose.
Okay, here's my argument for rolling. It
Okay.
rolls and it gives a shit, but this table is good with shit that's given to us to make it what we want anyway. And
True,
so
true,
I
true.
was. That's up to you all though. I always love just being given like shit, and then you're like, no, this is cool. We can do
Let's
it.
make it make sense. Let's do it.
Right.
In which case,
This is the starship's history, not necessarily our history at the starship, too.
that is correct.
Right. This could have
True,
happened before
true.
we even bought it. Yeah. So
I just got
Starship
excited about
history.
building out I'm like building out the Carla over here in my little thing. So here we are.
Rolled a 97. It was won in a bet.
Hell yeah, it was.
That sounds like us.
Can I get some
Wait.
information about that? And also,
Could-
who
could-
owns it?
bet like
Called
gamblers
the
do.
gamblers? Yeah.
I'm sorry, I missed that. There we go. I just lost some people. Now you're all back. Thank you.
Oh,
Oh, good news, everyone. So we won this thing. We won this thing in a bet. Oh wait, so the two people, well, and maybe Cord, whatever character we either hand to him or he creates, were part of the first. I kind of, what if? I feel like Cord might like this. Yeah, yes.
We also have to know who owns the starship.
Oh, right. Somebody needs to own it. Because I was gonna try and
Or
tie
multiple
Millie,
people.
Boom Boom, and Cord's character into
Absolutely.
the gamble and winning of that.
So it was a gambler that got the ship. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue on.
I mean, we won it at a game of chance, right? Fox, what if Boom Boom and Millie like ran into each other in another bar, and were bemoaning whatever their reason for like not being like Boom Boom wasn't in mercenary work, but they're like, I need to do something. And then they're like, let's get a ship. And so then they like go and decide to just like play craps to, I don't know. I don't have to make up this whole thing. I'm just throwing ideas out there.
Right. Okay, let's do it like improv then. You've got us so far. So my addition to that is that you all decided you got into to get a ship, and you decided to get into some form of gambling to get it. The thing that I would add to this is you all cheated the fuck out of the other.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Yes.
Like, come on now.
Yeah. I think Boom Boom was intentionally sitting on the other side of the table from Millie so that Millie could do the cheating and Boom Boom could be the distraction. And they're just like, the whole time being like, yeah, like half starting fights with the people beside them. Like,
well, and it's a good opportunity to, I don't know if this is something that would have happened with path choosing, but I happen to notice here before that there are companions. And if somebody say wanted a glow cat, it would be something that could potentially help in a situation like this.
That is correct.
So I would love to have a glow cat, is what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, you get to have one more item, but you don't get to choose it yet.
Fox is saying, I don't care how this story ends up, but it ends up
Like,
being the glow
listen,
cat.
maybe
Right?
we go to space, maybe we don't. I don't know. But glow cat.
I'm saying you all get one more item, which could be a path,
That's a glow
companion,
cat.
or a module. So, like, you can get your glow cat. I'm just saying. We just, just not there yet.
I would say I'm gonna interject here. If we can get one more item, then there was an interesting comment in chat, and I think this is chat's contribution, that this is actually a fanfic by Wesley. And so
I do
would
love
say
that.
we have a sidekick named Westley.
Hey!
That is absolutely 21.
Yes.
21 years old, no matter
Yes.
he has papers.
Right.
That I love. I love that so much.
But tell me about how you won the ship and who owns it. And I think it's Cord's character, but go ahead.
I'm down with Cord's character owning the ship.
Oh, what if?
Do we really want to go that route again? I mean, that's fine.
Oh, okay,
But
that's
if it's being written, here's the thing though, if it's being written by Wesley, I could.
Who would Wesley make in charge of the ship?
That is correct.
Oh, that's true.
I think it's
Would
I think
that
it's
be-
got Boom Boom or Millie's name all over it. But I mean, that's just me.
I mean, the thing that I could also see is that maybe we were gambling against Cord's character and we did not win.
Yes.
And we just moved in. And we were like, well,
we
didn't win. We didn't win this ship. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Oh, the bet was you had to be his crew.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I like it.
Yes.
I like it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
good stuff.
I don't think that. I don't
That
think
seems
Boom
like
Boom
some-
acts like. I don't think Boom Boom acts like the group though. Like they're not like deferring or anything like that. I think they're just like themselves.
I don't
and
think
you can
anybody
take it or
does.
leave it.
I don't think anybody does. I think everyone's probably very rude.
Okay, perfect. This is definitely a fanfic written by Wesley.
It might be. I'm just saying it might be. So, with that said, we have to now envision our starship. Our starship is an important character in its own right. What does it look like? What makes it interesting or uniquely yours? Does it have any particular quirks? We also have a table that we can roll for starship quirks. By the way.
What's an example of a quirk? Like,
Well, let me roll.
It has racing stripes.
It's a good
This one
idea,
says,
yeah.
the gravity generator is notoriously fickle.
Oh, that kind of
Oh, I
quirk.
fucking love
Actually,
that.
yeah,
That's
let's do that.
fun. I
Done.
love that.
You mean all of a sudden we're on the float, like literally floating?
Yes. I hope that happened. Oh,
Sold.
Gravity is so planet-based. Ew, I mean, come on.
Right?
Why would I prioritize fixing this?
No.
Why?
This is exactly why it never gets fixed. Oh man! Also,
It's
I
at the
love
bottom
the
of
fact
my
that, like,
to-do list.
I just want to point out and love the fact that like this is Cord's ship, and Boom Boom is the one who's been recruiting people onto this thing like the whole fucking time.
We need a name for this ship, and I'm gonna just roll one more quirk in case it's interesting. The hull is fused with organic growths. Is the second quirk.
Ooh.
Like,
I like
If
that.
people like it.
I like that.
Space barnacles. I like the gravity generator being fickle, though. That's
it
fun.
makes sense
It's fun.
plot line wise as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, what's its name? This ship.
God, I want to say the Admiral so bad.
what would Wesley name this ship?
Oh.
That's the question.
Hmm?
If we're going with this, if that's what we want to
Wesley-
do.
Wesley would name it the-
home. Oh wait, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say the Terrica.
Oh.
Holy shit.
You really would. Oh god.
I'm just saying.
Can we
I'm on
name
board.
this ship the Terrica?
We can't, there's nothing stopping us.
All right.
Is
then.
there anything stopping us?
Nope. Then it is done. This said, we all now have to choose our final asset. You all get to have one more asset, and it can be a module, which will help the starship, a support vehicle, like, motorcycle or whatnot, a companion, or a path.
We should really get a med bay.
That is my favorite reaction.
Just for that, I was thinking about having Val start to like Quinn. It's never gonna happen.
It's the drugs. It's the drugs.
Oh,
That
that
is
would
not
be
an excuse you can use with this group.
that would be so funny.
Oh, that's really good.
That was made purely in jest, and it was not a serious comment.
Hold on, I'm looking for my
It
module.
was, isn't it though? Wouldn't it be great to
I would-
have?
I mean, as a throwback to Oscar, I'm always down for a good fucking bike if there's a motorcycle.
Yeah.
There actually
So,
is
I
one.
mean,
There
that's
is.
extremely self.
There is one.
There's a hover bike.
It carries two, and it moves a little bit. I totally want to be selfish though, and I want to have the Sprite companion that I want to name Squishy.
But
Well,
what about
let's
that
go around
Cloquet,
in
though?
order.
Okay,
Let's go
yeah.
around in order.
True. Oh, and the shields.
And I'm gonna start
Shields would
with
be nice.
Rocket because I
have
have
a
no
question.
idea what Rocket is going to choose. Yeah,
Do we each get one, or is it like a group one?
Oh,
each
yeah.
get one.
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm gonna choose a glue cat.
Well, see, I'm not quite certain what Rocket's gonna pick. though.
That's the best
So-
reaction.
Glue cat.
Rocket, which one are you gonna choose? I'm not. It's really unclear to me.
No, glow cat. Absolutely.
Right click, take it, and tell us.
Yay!
Read its ability for us.
All right, so. Oh, I took it and it's gone. Hang on.
It should be in your hand.
I don't know where hand went. Oh, there it is. All right. Companion, Glowcat. Your Glowcat companion perceives the inner emotions and intentions of people and creatures in its vicinity and embodies those impressions through the colors and intensity of its luminescent fur. When you secure an advantage by studying the Glowcat's reaction in a charged interaction, add plus to its health. Which is interesting for someone who's also in some totally unrelated game playing somebody who can read people's minds and emotions.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
Isn't that
And
strange?
I'm sure whatever fan
What?
fiction writers making this would never put that in there. And what is it? What is your Glowcat's name?
I've got to pull from my own. We're gonna either Osiris or Hades. We'll go with Hades because that's
And
the
how
Glowcat I'll
big-
probably pull into here.
How big is this Glowcat?
I would say the Glowcat is bigger than you would expect just a cat to be, but more of like small doggish.
I just need to point out that Greg said something in chat, and I just feel like it needs to be said out loud.
Oh no! Okay,
yes.
you know what?
It's such a good name.
It's true. It's true. We got. There's no denying. I think I have to change it. The name indeed has to be the Hairlock.
The Hairlock.
Hey.
Yep. The Hairlock.
Also, because the Glowcat does leave little glowing hair
Here's-
tufts
yeah.
all over the
Oh
place.
yeah.
That makes a lot of
That's fucking
sense.
fantastic. Like glowing hairballs, glowing
Oh,
like,
yeah.
the back of like the couch.
Oh yeah, just like rolling like tumbleweeds.
I
Boom Boom
believe
turns them
that-
into like dynamite.
Nice.
The threads for dynamite.
Oh yes,
feel
and
like
Stormbender
Ari-
mentioned link size. Link size is the right
link
size.
size. That you also had. It was unclear what you were looking for your third card. You were like really. You just didn't know what you were going to pick for that third card, I believe.
Wait, who are
Ari.
you talking to? I lost.
Ari.
Oh, me? Okay, but then I found out that we could do paths too. But I really might just. So I haven't been trying to draw parallels to Terrica until now we're doing this, and I'm like, wait, should I rethink this? But I kind of just want to have the sprite.
You're the one who had your character shoot somebody in the back. I'm just saying.
This is true. To be fair, that was not intentional. That was not
Sure.
an intentional.
Sure.
Neither of them. To be fair, none of the shooting in the back has been intentional either. So, very on brand.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's worse, if it was intentional or subconscious that you decided to do that.
All I'm saying is walk in front of me or behind me.
Yeah. So you're gonna give us your third card.
Yeah.
final asset.
Yeah. I'm trying to decide if I want to like parallel against Terrica or not. Can we come back to me?
Sure. That
'Kay.
means it is Greg.
Hover bike.
Take it.
I'm gonna
read it
Dana
out for us.
Sterling this shit from Robotech. So I'm gonna.
Oh, don't start with me with Robotech. I'm just get all nostalgic. Would you read the first ability for your hover bike?
Sure, if I can remember what it is, click on it and hit Z or some shit.
That is correct. Z for zoom.
Zoom. Z for zoom.
Oh, hey, there it is. It works, everybody. Your unarmed hover bike provides speedy planet-side ground transport and is equipped to carry up to 2 people and their gear. When you undertake an expedition, plus edge, take +1 momentum on a hit. On a strong hit with a match, you also surge ahead or find a new path, and I mark as progress.
Nice. Lindy. Third asset.
I'm gonna take the module workshop.
Ooh, will you read it out for us?
When you repair in the field, add +1.
Very nice. Ari, it's you. You are now on the hot seat.
Oh boy. Okay, can we give chat another poll? Because I can't decide, and I just don't.
Just get squishy.
Chat, help us. It's either going to be Squishy or Ace, honestly.
Okay. Okay.
And Ace is all about being able to fly a plane, and Squishy, the little companion sprite, is very cute and good at sneaking. And very cute. I mean, it's cute in my head. And Ace is all about being a really good pilot.
The sprite.
Also, there's let's add Loyalist in there too, which is
also-
about aiding allies and taking care of people.
See, that's why it would be not a vow, but like an asset.
Like a thing. Yeah.
I've made it.
Yeah. So it's either Loyalist being super good to take care of people, Ace being a really good pilot, or Squishy the sprite. I will make anything happen, whatever you want.
So, while chat is doing their chatness, there's the big decision you all have to make right now. Is you have 5 attributes: edge, heart, iron, shadow, and wits. Edge represents quickness, agility, and prowess when fighting at a distance.
I'm sorry.
Heart is
Could you repeat the first one again? I may have been
edge.
a little zoned out. Thank you.
Sure, of course. So you have 5 stats, and you have edge, which is quickness, agility, and prowess when fighting at a distance. And you also have wait for it. The results have come in. Squishy. Squishy are the results. Could you take Squishy and read the first ability for Squishy? If you're muted.
Of course I'm muted. How am I muted? I need
know.
a new microphone. That's exactly
Input.
what is happening here. Oh, no, it's probably my microphone, you guys. I'm zooming in. I'm in the right spot. Here we go. A little sprite dude. Oh, nope, I got the wrong clicker on. Whew, It's been a day.
It's been.
Take card. Okay, here we go. Your sprite companion alters its delicate crystalline form to fly, swim, or scurry, and can covertly navigate even the harshest of environments. When you make a move by sending it to perform trickery, such as creating a distraction, sneaking into a protected location, or stealing an object, add its health.
Very nice.
So, ladies and gentlemen, squishy.
Squishy. Although it's not so squishy.
I know.
but-
Well, that's the point. It's
That's
a very. It looks like a porcupine.
Yeah, but
A little. I imagine like a floaty porcupine.
Yeah.
Like if you. Oh, has anyone seen
It's a hovering sea
Treasure
urchin.
Planet? Like, have you seen Treasure Planet? You remember the little squishy? Like it's like
Like
that.
Brad Pitt, the Brad Pitt voiced vehicle, wasn't?
No,
he
not
wasn't.
a vehicle. No, Treasure Planet was the Disney.
No,
Way back
right,
when.
but Treasure Planet had Brad Pitt voicing
He
the main
did?
character.
Oh, clearly
I'm
I
pretty
didn't
sure.
pay attention.
I'm pretty sure.
I
Yeah.
believe you. I just don't. Anyway, but it's like it's a floating sea urchin that's just and Boom Boom's always like, "Hey, Squishy." Squishy sits on their
so-
shoulder a lot.
If you go to your character sheet and you hit the summary tab, you will be brought to your stats. And if you hit edit, you'll be able to actually edit them. And I'm going to tell you what they are. You have 1 3, 2 2s, and 2 1s. So you get to pick one that gets to be a 3, 2 that gets to be 2s, and 2 that get to be 1s. Edge is your quickness, it's your agility and your prowess when fighting at a distance. Heart is your courage, your willpower, your empathy, your sociability and loyalty. Iron is your physical strength, your endurance, your aggressiveness and prowess when fighting at close quarters. Shadow is your sneakiness, deceptiveness, and cunning. And wits is your expertise, your knowledge, and your observation. So
What was iron again? I'm so sorry.
Iron is physical strength, endurance, aggressiveness, and prowess when fighting in close quarters. And
Oh, well, that's easy.
These things are both your inherent abilities, but also they're tied to your methods and your personalities, right? Your personality. It's like, how do you go about things, as well as it's not just like strength. That's why it's not strength. It's iron, right? Because iron is more than just strength. It's also your personality, and how you do things. Edge is about speed, right? So, I would love for people, if they've got their ideas yet, to
If
tell
I
me
was
what
to
they've
make
done.
a lot of repair checks, what stat would that fall under most of the time? you think?
Wits.
That's what I thought.
is-
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Wits. Those things are important for repair. Now, where did I put that? I have a thing. Where did I put it? And once you have it, I want us all to know what you did, because I find that very fascinating. You. There we go.
And what was shadow one more time?
Shadow is sneakiness, deceptiveness, and cunning.
Okay.
And what was heart again?
Heart is courage, willpower, empathy, sociability, and loyalty.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, sorry. That was not what I meant to do. I was trying to change it. And I
Make sure you hit
clicked
the
wrong thing.
edit button.
It's
And
fine. It's been a long week.
and when you roll to repair, you roll to repair with wits. And when you roll to fight, you're going to fight. If it's range weapons, it's going to be edge. If it's close up, it's going to be iron. Right. So there's like, you got that business. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Because I just want to know, like, what kind? Like, are you sneaky? Just by the way, in case you wanted to know,
That makes more sense to me.
Crash Jones has a 3 in heart, and he's got really good edge and iron, but he's got 1s in shadow and wits, which means he's not particularly observant, and he's not able to see through. He's not able to lie or see through lies particularly well. It's one of those problems. You know how it is.
How many points do we have again?
3, 2, 2, and 1, 1.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Because, it's just that question. Lindy, do you have yours?
I do. Edge 2, Heart 1, Iron 1, Shadow 2, Wits 3.
Smart, bit sneaky, dexterous.
Yeah. I
But
was really debating if I should make it Shadow or Heart as a 2. I might swap it, but right now that's where I'm sitting.
But you're not particularly strong, physically
No.
strong. And you don't have lots of sociability, empathy, willpower, courage, or loyalty.
I work with machines.
That
You don't
is
need those
very
things to
fair.
work with machines.
That is very fair.
Trooper, I'm very
Yes.
sorry. Could you go through these again and give me like the kind of corresponding attributes that go with like edge, heart, iron, shadow, and wits? I know shadow,
edge
sneak,
is-
and wits is intelligence, right?
Wits is expertise, knowledge, and observation. Shadow is sneakiness, deceptiveness, and cunning.
Okay.
Iron is physical strength, endurance, aggressiveness, close quarters fighting. Edge is quickness, agility, like you're going to pilot a ship with edge. Prowess when fighting at a distance. And then heart is courage, willpower, empathy, sociability, and loyalty.
Cool.
Who's got their next set? Yeah, give it to me.
Which one?
You, yeah.
Oh,
All
okay. So they have iron at a 3, followed by
Obviously.
heart and edge at a 2. Yeah.
Yep.
And then shadow and wits are both at 1s.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Rocket, how about
They're
you?
a lovable, violent creature.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got Wits at a 3, Heart and Shadow at 2, and then Edge and Iron at 1.
Edge and iron at 1. Yeah. Now, I will just note for performance, you're going to be probably doing heart. So you can just think of that, because that's like your empathy and sociability is heart.
Okay, in that case, I'll probably switch Wits and Heart then. I was between the two, but wasn't sure which.
And Greg.
Edge 1, heart 1, iron 2, shadow 3, and wits 2.
Yeah, I see it. That done. There are some secondary stats, but they're already sort of set up for you in the character sheet. Those are your condition meters. So you have health, spirit, and supply. Health is your physical health. Spirit is your mental health. Supply is the supplies you all have, but you all share them together. That's in our shared character sheet document. You have your momentum at +2. That's what it always starts at. You can build up your momentum to make it higher. Momentum is really great because it lets you, you can use that instead of rolling, right? So like you can use that to overcome it in case you roll badly. And then the health of your companions are set, your integrity is set. Before we go to break, I would just like you to tell us the one last thing to finish your character, which is tell us how they look, how they act, and what they wear. 1 or 2 facts for how they look, how they act, and what they wear. So we can envision your character and then, get ready. Oh, and then 1 personal item. If there's anything that's some kind of personal item that's important to you that you might have.
I did send some pictures in our green room chat of so
Nice.
So envision, if you will, a black Doberman pinscher, very sleek, very very demure, very very mindful, but then but also very girly, like very doesn't like getting her nails dirty,
Right.
as it were. Doesn't want to lift a paw when not
Right.
needed. Gotta keep those nice for the press. But yeah, aside from that, you said a personal item, and then
Yes, give us. So it's how you look, how you act, what you wear.
as far as wearing, I would say if you imagine from the Crash Jones verse, like sky pilot kind of outfit,
yeah.
like a Rocketeer sort of situation, but now imagine that done up as if it were like a bubblegum musical.
Nice.
Where it's not very useful, but it is
Yeah.
very frilly.
Right. Yes, that makes sense.
And then a personal item, there's a little locket that she wears that has a picture of her and her sister in it.
Aww.
And can you tell us about the iron blade that you swear upon?
It's blade. One might consider it more of a dagger if when we're comparing blades, but it is one that she is able to easily hide among all of the ruffles and frills of her outfit.
Love that. Greg, how do you look, act, what do you wear?
Okay, so look, we'll go with look. Look is a face claim, and I don't know, just out of the blue, I'm going to pick Sting.
Nice.
Sting with the younger Sting, longer hair, King of Pain Sting.
Yeah.
You know, very English, very brooding. You know, and what does he wear? Well, he wears he's a detective, he's a sleuth, so it's a trench coat, of course. You got to have a trench coat on. Normally he would wear a hat, but he doesn't have it with him. His favorite color is green, but he doesn't wear it a lot because green screens don't act well with green. So if Greg wants to make this work, it can't be green. So like blue, he's going to wear like denim or something like that.
Yeah.
And then what was the item, right? Is that the last part? The item that he would have would be, and this is like just a personal effect. It doesn't have to have any type of use or anything, correct? It's not like
that's right.
Then it would be a picture of like basically his kind of class at the orphanage, you know, everybody that was in the same wing that he was in, that, you know, where they housed and slept, sort of like their dorm, a picture of all the kids in his dorm. And several of those are the ones that he's searching for. And then the iron sword or weapon that he swears upon is, of course, a switchblade. And
switchblade.
So that is what he swears upon.
Love it. Ari, how does your character look, act, what do they wear, personal item, and then your iron blade?
Yeah, so personal item and iron blade, like what my iron blade looks like. Okay. So can my iron blade be the same thing as my personal item, or does it make more sense? Like, is it important for them to be separate?
It's fine. You can do whatever you want. I'm not the boss of you.
Okay, perfect. Cool. Then in that case, I'm looking for the name because I want the name to have a specific meaning. So I will have to come back to you on the name in a minute, but their personal item is their shotgun, and that is also their iron steel. And it is going to have a name that means justice. I just haven't found the right name for that yet. And they, let's see, they wear...
Engraved.
Huh? Oh, absolutely.
It's probably engraved.
Yeah, it's engraved. And it's like a nice, like it's like Damascus steel kind of nice.
Yeah.
Like it's just a really, it's a nice looking weapon. It sits on their back, like, so they can pull it out of the holster and just, you know, level it up, chug it back into the holster. And it's also, you know, back there so that, you know, when they're fighting this way, like if they need to like be done with a fight, they can just be like, all right, you want to keep playing? We'll play. With a smile, of course, because that's who Boom Boom is.
Of course.
They smile a lot. Yes, Prax, the shotgun is my little friend. Absolutely. Whoever wants to meet Boom Boom's little friend, they will be happy to introduce them.
Oh my.
Nobody touches Justice, or whatever name we're going to give to this thing.
Just ice.
Except Boom Boom. If anyone touches this weapon, Boom Boom has a thing with it.
Yep.
That is definitely a thing. The way that they look. So they are, you know what? I'm going to go opposite what you might think. Like they're tall, but they're not super built. It's not like this massive person. It's the kind of person that like, Jinx from Arcane, like that kind of build, right? But like that, like, you know, as soon as like Boom Boom takes off their coat and is like, all right, we're gonna fight, you know, all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, you're ripped, that's not great for us. Like that kind of effect. And I think their coat is like a man, I wish I had one. I don't think I do. Because in our break, I'm gonna try and costume Boom Boom a little bit. So
Nice.
I think they usually have a leather jacket on, but underneath is just kind of like a wife beater is definitely the wrong term, but whatever those things are called, like a tank top.
It's an A-shirt.
Thank you.
As
Thank
opposed
you so
to a
much.
T-shirt.
Yeah, so they've got they have an A-shirt, and their pants are like just sort of like form-fitting, styly pants that are easy to move and jump and, you know, like your typical leggings kind of thing. They wear great big boots, and they've got like wraps on their hands all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And then we'll see what wig I pull. All
right. And Lindy.
Hi, it's me. Andromeda wears like a silvery leather jacket. And their hair looks like one of the 9 wigs I have over there, which I'll make an executive decision on later. She is about average height, you know, for spacefaring humans. So if we're going by the Expanse lore, a little bit tall. Yeah. Yeah. It's a little bit tall. Really lean. They don't work out. She does not. It's, you know, space things. You could just turn up the anti-gravity a little bit, you know. Why gravity so hard? You know, make things lighter. Work smarter, not harder, you know.
Wait, what's their pronouns? Is it they, them, she,
I think it might be she, her, or she, they. I haven't fully decided yet.
Okay. Is she the reason why the gravity isn't working so great anymore?
You know, that is one of life's great questions.
No one really knows that. Who knows? It's weird.
Space is mysterious.
Space is so strange and mysterious.
Yeah.
I imagine it was maybe on the fritz, and now it's more regularly on the fritz. Like, it's less sporadic and more of a schedule now, maybe. But it's not fixed. Maybe it's been worked on. But, you know, I'll finish it later. Just got all these other things to do.
Yeah.
So she, but she does take, despite being a mechanic, you'd think she'd be greasy all the time, but she actually bothers to take care of how she looks. So she, you know, gets a good cleanup at the end of the day. You know, tries to stay pretty professional looking. Is maybe a little too attached to inanimate objects and mechanical things rather than people. It's fine. It's not a problem.
Is okay.
Yet.
Okay. Sure.
And personal item, you know, every single like handyman, service tech, they've got the big tool belt with like the thigh straps. That's it. That's Andromeda's. She's got the a nice like some kind of like mesh alloy, you know, because it breathes. We've got the technology. This is, you know, the travel universe. So it breathes. It's not like the leather that does not breathe, but it's like a mesh, synth mesh tool bag with the thigh straps and everything. And of course, it's all zippered because when the gravity turns off, you don't want all your tools floating out. So it's a lot of zipper pockets. And the iron weapon, does it have to be a blade?
Well, it's tradition, but you can do whatever you want.
Because I was thinking it's just a fucking wrench, like an iron wrench, and if not, it'd be like one of those really thin utility work knives.
No, it can be a wrench, no problem. It's
just a
really
solid ass wrench. Yeah, gets love on the daily. Also, I might hit somebody with it. You know,
So
a little violence. Oh, I found the name, by the way.
Give it to me.
Reason. Actually, I say I found the name. Lysander found the name.
Love it. reason. And so, we're going to take our break. Everything is done. There are a couple little things here or there that will happen when it needs to happen. But we're going to begin our session. You each have a companion, which you have not yet made. But, you will make those companions when you need them. We now just need to begin. There's a thing that happens when we begin a session. It's an official move. It's a move. It's called the begin a session move. And if you like, we have an option before we go to break. And that is, if you would like, we can have a small scene or vignette that none of you are all involved in that involves danger, opportunity, or insight. And if you do this, then you all get to have a +1 momentum. Yes?
Absolutely.
All right, then.
I'm on board.
Please
Bring on the
increase your
horror.
momentum
Right.
to 3.
Yay!
So your momentum should now be 3 and not 2. So let's do this, shall we? There's a move. It's the begin a session move. Let's do it. It'll be awesome. Let's see. Begin a session. Where are you? Core, not in core. You are in moves. Begin a session. Here we go. External factors create new danger, urgency, or importance for a quest.
Someone's dying.
Someone's
Not
dying.
again. Not again.
Yeah. No, someone's dying. Someone's dying. So let's say, to begin the thing, I want us to imagine a small settlement somewhere in the Trojan Reaches. And in that settlement, there is a wise, beloved person who is connected to one or more of you all. Who is it? And
I'll
this
be
person's
connected to
dying.
this person, but does other people want to be connected to this person? I just think it's interesting for
Would
everybody
it-
to be connected.
When you say connection, is it like a personal connection, or could it be like, this is someone that I've looked up to from a distance, or
Anything.
Okay.
Anything at all.
I mean, it could be like maybe
Oh, I like that
a
idea.
beloved
like
figure
a famous figure, right?
Yeah.
of some kind.
Yeah. I love
Mhm.
that.
A fallen leader, maybe.
An
Oh,
icon.
yeah.
Living in this small place now.
Yeah.
They were like a fallen political leader who like had done some amazing things, but their policies fell out of favor with the majority, or the majority like moved into a darker place.
Well, if they're dying, if they're sick and ill, then perhaps the reason why they can't do the thing they need to do is because, they could have been poisoned. Who knows? But they're not doing well, so they cannot do the things they need to do, right, to sort of make something better, because, they're
Well,
dying.
it could be also they're dying, or maybe they will die if we don't get there to stop it from happening.
So you have a quest, right? And this quest is what we're starting off at. I'm going to say that there is rumor that there is a special plant on this planet that most people don't know too much about it, but there's a planet called Drinax. And on this planet, it is rumored that there is a special plant or herb that if you could get it and you could return it to this person, you could save their life. But they are dying. And without this special herb on this planet that nobody ever goes to, they will surely die.
I love it, and that's some bullshit right there.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I'm just looking at realities and parallels.
Don't know what you're talking about. So, to start off, I need to know who this person is. I need to see the vignette of this person sick and dying. Y'all are not there because y'all are on your ship. But I need to know who is it that's dying, and somebody paint this picture for me.
Face claim, somebody go. Start us off.
I think.
Oh, do it.
Oh yeah. I think the idea of I don't know necessarily politically wise, but like a leader of the people. You know, like somebody who has come forward and manifested, like, and possibly brought various groups together. You know, there were a lot of disparate settlements and things like that, and they were able to kind of create something larger than any one of them individually.
What was the name of the character in The Expanse? She was the politician.
Kris-Gen?
Kris-Gen
Yes.
Avasarala? Yeah.
What if this character's name is Kris-Gen?
Does she sound like she smoked 18 packs of
My
cigarettes
God.
last hour?
I hope so.
Yes.
And she's dying of lung cancer.
There's
so
only
let's-
one herb. It's a
Ironically
weed.
not.
So let's place this figure on, let's say, Marduke. And she emerged on Marduke and was able to unify all of these sort of separate groups that were not talking to each other, and has been able to sort of help bring Marduke forward to sort of unite to fight against the Ogma Raiders, right? And to really might be able to make something really, really good. And it's like she's this great hope, right, for Marduke and maybe even beyond. This great visionary, but she has been stricken recently with some sort of very mysterious, very questionable illness. But perhaps the only way to cure her is through this plant or mineral, perhaps. It's unclear if it's a mineral or a plant that is on Drinax, and that you all have sworn to get this and to return it.
So you're saying it's a mysterious sickness too?
Yes, it is. It's a mysterious sickness, absolutely.
Sounds like Zodani doing to me.
Obviously. So, paint the picture. There is this, I would imagine, I'm thinking very Tatooine, right? Sort of nice, sort of clay sorts of homes in the middle of sort of like the wild Marduke. And in this one place, there's a village. And in this village, there is this woman, Kris-Gen. And she lays in this bed, and her fever is high. And as she tosses and turns, perhaps something falls off of a table that she's nowhere near. It's unclear what this illness is and why sometimes it knocks over things without somebody touching them. But by her side is like there are a couple of people from this sort of settlement there. Outside there are guards wanting to protect her. And they shake their head, and one of them says, I don't know how much longer she'll survive. We can only hope that the Spacebourne Defenders of the Trojan Reach will get this medicine, find it, and bring it back before it's too late. And with that, we're going to go to our break. And when we come back, we'll find out what our heroes do. Everyone, stretch your legs, and we'll be back in 10 minutes. We'll be back in 10. Well, I have to do the thing, so don't even worry about it. It's going to be just and go. And we are back, everyone. Hello, hello, and welcome back. I have made a map for our crew because there are little other things we'll do as we get our time, but I have a map that I'm going to show you. It is a map of the sector as they currently know it. You can see Marduke, Ogma, Borite, Torpal, Clark, Blue, Asim, Drinax, Porn, and Hilfer. These are some planets that they know, as it turns out.
Why did I not know there was a planet named Porn until now? And why is it so far away from Regina?
That's the real question.
It's very far from Regina, as a matter of fact. Everybody
As it
has
so
got their
often
work-
is.
Yeah, I mean, as is the case. As is the case. So you're in an outland sector, which means you have two routes. If you know the route, then it's easy to get from point A to point B. These are like, think of them as like star charts, right? Jump coordinate, jump maps. And you have one that will take you from Marduke to Torpal, and you have one more that should take you out of the system. Where would you like to place your other known route?
I mean, we're heading to Drinax, right? Isn't that what the...
Yeah.
It is, but I would not recommend Drinax as the place that you have the route to.
Oh, okay.
I think the only answer is porn.
Well then.
Again,
No,
as
I'm
it so often
I'm
is.
joking. What everybody else says, not me.
I think Porn is a great answer.
So you know the route from
What's there on Porn?
Well, you have
Yeah.
to find out.
I
From
love it.
Porn to where? It connects what to what? Porn to where does it connect to?
Asim or Clark, I think, is the only. If we have a jump to ship, those would be the two options.
Where would you like? You can go to Hilfer. You can connect from Porn to Hilfer, Porn to Drinax, Porn to Asim, Porn to Clark, or Porn out of the system. Porn. What would you like? It's y'all's votes.
Is the seam in this world still like a farm planet?
Sure, I guess. I mean, let's just note that Drinax in this planet has barbarians and also trees and vines. It's like, again,
nice.
this is a pulp version of these things, and somebody who may have never been to those planets but might have heard about them is writing dramatic stories about what they might look like. This is all I'm trying to say.
Ooh, we should definitely. I vote for a seam. That's my vote.
So we can have the semen. Yeah, because Porn needs a semen.
Porn too. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay. You know a route from Porn.
Sometimes
to
you gotta take
Asim.
some Semens to Porn. Yeah.
This is true.
Carefully.
So we're gonna just
always use protection.
note that you have that. All right.
Yep.
So, my friends, to kick us off, there are a couple of things we need to do to start off. You are traveling in your ship from Torpal to Drinax, but you do not know a route. You have to forge a route. But first, we have to actually get something a bit more important, and that would be the vow that you took. As a group, you all took a vow to go and get this medication and bring it back to Kris-Gen. So the first thing we have to do is to have one of you is going to swear the Iron Vow. And let me ask you, which one of you will swear this Iron Vow to complete this quest? You as a group have all done it, but one of you actually made the swear.
I mean, I'll do it if nobody else wants to. I don't want to take
Same.
it from somebody if somebody wants to do it. I would be interested, but
I
I'm
don't
not
want
like,
it.
Oh, I've got to do it.
Lindy, I do not want it. I will definitely, if you want to rock, paper, scissors for it, we can do that. Whatever
Ooh,
you wanna
yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that. Rock, paper,
Okay.
scissors for it.
do. You count,
Okay.
you do the count.
Okay, are we
By
1,
the
2,
way,
3, and then
just-
go, right?
before-
1, 2,
before
3,
you
and then
do-
go.
Wait,
And then go,
before you roll, I just want to let you know that you swear using heart.
Oh, who has better heart?
Well, I'm staring down the barrel of a 1 on a heart, so maybe somebody else.
Oh, I have good hearts. I have reasonable heart. I think I have a 2. It's loading. I do have a 2. Do you want to, Fox, do you want it? I don't want to take anything away from anybody.
Well, okay, so Fox is not here after tonight for the next couple weeks. So if it becomes, because I'm in the Scottish play, so I'm going to be, my heart's going to be doing other things. But
your heart will go on.
My heart will go on. So if this is the main one that everyone's going to continue on, if it's one that maybe if y'all want to veer off and do something else, perhaps I could take it and then.
Well, the thing is, one person may swear the vow, but everybody's contributing to it in the end, right? It's just who's going to make the roll. And it should be the person who, and I'm going to put it this way, it should be the person who is most connected, most invested in saving Kris-Gen.
I mean,
I do have a 3 on heart.
You want a 3 on heart?
I have one, yeah. I could see it in that way, just as a performer, as an artist, someone who very invested in how the people are reached and things like that. And like this idea of unification, I could see being very important.
I see that. I think if that it can be fair for you to make this iron vow. Before you make it, though,
yes,
I will just note that the other players, if they like, can take the aid and ally move as representing
would.
Before you say yes.
Okay.
Before you say yes, this represents your commitment to this. You know what I mean? This represents the ways in which this matters to you, how you're going to help. Every roll, however, can turn out badly, so every roll is a risk. But if you are successful, you can, aid. So you're currently in your ship, but before you were in this community, and you all made as a group, you've decided to do this. One person will actually make the vow, but who would like to aid?
I'm still on board with Boom Boom aiding.
Not me.
But if somebody else wants to, I'll step out of the way.
More than one person can aid. I'm going to just note.
I mean, I'll always help, but I have a shitty hat in it. So, I mean, I'll do it, but.
So, this is securing an advantage. So I'm going to ask you some questions for those who are going to aid in this process. Who would like to go first between Greg and Ari?
Okay.
Please.
So this is about, I'll go.
So,
okay.
let me ask you. So if you notice, if you look at your character sheet and you look under, let's see, where will you find it? You will find it under moves. If you look under moves, you will see secure an advantage under adventure moves. There's a little roll button, but don't click it first. If you just click on secure an advantage itself, it'll show you all the description of that move. So you can see that it says,
nice.
It's very nice. It is very, very nice. Whoever did this did a very good job. You'll see that when you assess a situation or make preparations or attempt to gain leverage, envision your action and roll. If you act with speed, mobility, or agility, you roll edge. With resolve, command, or sociability, you roll heart. Strength, endurance, or aggression, you roll iron. Deception, stealth, or trickery, you roll shadow. Expertise, focus, or observation, you roll wits. So we know that Rocket is going to swear. Pup Chops is going to go and swear to make this vow to aid this great leader on Marduke. And we also know that we have a bit of a montage of you helping. This is all in the past, by the way. How does Boom Boom help make this more successful? How does Boom Boom either assess or make preparations or gain leverage to help with this vow?
So this would be, let's see. So we're there. We know that this is something that we want to. Oh, well, maybe this is how Boom Boom helps. So Boom Boom, I think, would be the one that when they find out that Millie is like, hey, this is like, we got, like, there's a way that we can fix this and we should really do it. Boom Boom is the one who goes around to everyone and is like, you guys, here's the deal. We're going to go. We're going to get this thing. We're going to come back. We're going to fix it. It's going to be great. This person is like, Kris-Gen is not going to die and it's going to be amazing. And we can all be a part of this, right? Like, and it's going to be this, like, them trying to, like,
That's hard.
Get everyone there. Yeah.
Okay. Please roll. By the way, just for your own benefit, let me recommend that each of you go into the cogwheel on Roll20 and please turn on under dice, 3D dice. The audience will not necessarily see it, but it's better for you all if you click on enable 3D dice and automatically roll 3D dice. Your life will be much better if you do that, is all I would like to say.
Nice.
Okay.
Done.
So, here we are, right? We're in this village in Marduke, one of the bigger ones. And you've all are trying to find ways to sort of help with this process. And we have Boom Boom giving us a pep talk before the vow is sworn. Please, if you would, click that roll button under Secure and Advantage, and you are rolling with heart. And by the way, so nice. Okay, now I'm going to explain a couple of things of what we're looking at so that you can see. When you roll 3 dice. You roll a d6, and you roll 2d10. And the d6 is your action die. It represents you, and you add to it any kind of skills like. Since you're rolling with heart, and you have a 2 in heart, you rolled a 5. Mm-hmm. And those other 2 dice are your challenge dice. And your goal is to roll higher with your action than those 2 dice. Right? This is the goal. The higher your action score you can get, the better. You have rolled higher than one of them, but you did not roll higher than the other. That is
you win some, you lose some.
It's a weak hit, right? So that means that you can either have a strong hit, a weak hit, or a miss. And you rolled a weak hit, which is still a hit. So that is still a good thing. It is not a bad thing, right? It is a good thing to do. And with a weak hit, and that what it says in the move is actually on your character sheet as well, you have a choice. You can choose one of 2 things. You can either take +2 momentum or add a +1 to the next move, which would be Pup Chop's roll for that iron vow. You're muted.
Oh, I did that because I was mouthing off. Okay.
So you were aiding.
Yes.
So you can either give Pup Chops +2 momentum or a +1 on their roll.
Or a +1 on the roll. Do I get any momentum if I do the +1 on the roll? It's 1 momentum.
It's
and
only
1
one.
+1.
If it's a strong hit, you could get both. But since it's a weak hit, you only get 1, and you can choose which one you would like to give.
We'll give the aid. We'll give the +1.
+1 or momentum. You can choose. You can either give them
the +1.
+1. Please note, you're going to get a +1 on this roll. And so in case anybody wants to know what momentum does, momentum can be used to replace your die roll. So if you can build your momentum up to an 8 or a 9, then you can just use momentum instead of a die roll, right? So you can just be like, and let me swap that out in case you roll really badly.
But Trooper, you said that we can numerous people can help with the roll, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'd like to try as well, because there's nothing that I can do that could make the roll more difficult for Fox, correct?
Oh, if you miss, then bad things will happen.
Fuck it. We're here to roll dice, aren't we?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Tell me.
Do it.
Okay, so this would be something that Chest would do on his own. So basically what he would do is to get information, find out exactly where Kris-Gen is, what they're looking at when they get to planet. He would find like maybe some nefarious member of the local underground. And whenever that person got drunk, they would wake up upside down, bound by their ankles and wrists, hanging over like a 5-story precipice.
Yeah, yeah,
And Chest would be sitting smoking a cigarette with his feet kind of hanging off the side of the building. And every time the person would swing towards him, he would gently tap their forehead with his boot and send them swinging back out. And each time they did that, the creak of whatever like hoist was holding them up would get noticeably louder as the old metal would start to pit and give way. And he would just sit there and smoke as he's gently, pushing this person into a suicide type of or a murder type of situation, unless the information is given. And so I'm going to roll the secure an advantage with Shadow, since that is my.
Before you do, I just need to make sure you double check your assets. Do you have any assets that would help you with this?
I'm probably sure that I do, and let's see if I can not use them correctly.
Because these are what your assets are for, after all.
So can I? There we go.
So let me see.
That's when I swear a vow directly is for sleuth.
Okay. All right. Okay. Just
wait. I have a quick clarifying question. Wait. So could I have used paths? My paths.
Do you have one that would apply
to aid in the role? Yeah.
Which
Haunted.
one? Haunted. Give it to me. What does it say?
So you're haunted by the spirit of someone whose death you caused or mourn. When you make a move to call on their insight, add +1. So I'm tying this to the fact that Kris-Gen is on death's door. And so that would make them think of Carla and ask Carla for like, how can I make this better?
In what way can you motivate, right? Because you're doing a motivation, right? A motivation bit.
Carla was always really good at motivating.
And so I think Carla probably say, you should speak to their better angel. What they care about. Not just that they can do it, but that they draw on what they want so that they want to. Fox, please add +2 momentum. So you should be at 5. And Greg, roll it.
All righty.
Sorry to interrupt you there, Greg.
Oh, no.
Wait, I could have used this whole time? This would be valuable.
Absolutely. You got to know it.
I'm so mad. No.
You should be. You should be furious.
Okay. We have a weak hit. This is why you want to build up your momentum. We have a weak hit. Would you like to give Pup Chops
the +1? Yeah.
Okay. And this person is like, ugh. And they're like, there's no way. And this person, most likely what you've got is they've given you a bit of information about how to get to Drinax so that it will be more convincing when the vow is actually made. And I think Andromeda's like, nah, not helping. I don't care.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Andromeda floats away.
I'll be inspired by y'all.
In which case, if you would make the roll to make this iron vow, and it is with heart that you make a vow, a solemn vow, and it is on your character sheet under moves. And you can say, where is it? It's under it's not a session move, it's quest move. Swear an iron vow. And please note, you get a +2 to this roll.
I'm just going to roll it and add the +2.
There's a little pop-up that says +2.
There is. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Here we go. Why a strong hit?
is a strong hit.
My
you have-
word.
Are any of your paths helpful in this matter, by the way? I just thought I'd like to ask.
So augment, likely not. I was curious, the artist one.
Mhm.
Let me pull that one up again real quick. Nope, there we go. So making a move to craft an artistic work, present an artistic gift or performance.
No, I think that wouldn't count.
Yeah, it would take a little bit of
Yeah.
twisty, but realistically, I'm not sure that it doesn't particularly need to right now. So
Yeah. Okay. In which case, I'm going to open up our shared character sheet. Under vows, we'll just click add. We need to name the vow. And please give the speech that you give to this leader and their followers as Kris-Gen is on her deathbed, coughing up blood. And explain how you swear on your iron, as the rest of the crew stand beside you.
So Pup Chops would reach into some unknown ruffle and pull out this small dagger, very ornamental on the hilt, lots of gems and rhinestones and spangles, and so then would hold it kind of out in front, and to anyone who hadn't seen it before, it would almost look like, if it weren't in a giant dog in ruffles, threatening, but because the way she holds it is kind of like almost pointing toward the person, but it's a very specific type of hold that is showing honor to the person that she's pointing it toward, and she would kind of glance around at everyone. They don't all know each other super well at this point, but she feels very strongly about this mission and knows that she would need the help anyway. So there is still a little bit of uncertainty about the crew as it stands, but and then oh yeah, go ahead.
Boom at the like look around, Boom Boom's just gonna give you a like, yeah, we got this kind of like lift of the chin, and then they're gonna drape their arms over the others, like over I'm trying to say Quentin Val, and that's not your names.
Andromeda and chest.
Andromeda and chest.
Yes.
And just kind of like, yep, we're in, like, you know.
Okay. And then would kind of bend down on one knee and then offer up the dagger upwards and go ahead and make a vow for Operation Balto.
So you say, I'm going to write down what you say. You swear. Write it down.
I, Millie Green, swear with these people, who I'm sure we'll get very close with at a certain juncture. I swear that we will find the cure and we will help this Kris-Gen come back to health so that she can continue on to inspire like someday I hope to do.
And so it is done. I think this is a dangerous quest as opposed to with troublesome, dangerous, formidable, extreme, and epic. I think this is dangerous. And so it is done. But with a strong hit, you are emboldened as the people in this room, they listen to your words. They see the motivation of you all. And with the extra information that you got about where to find this, They believe you. Please, Pup Chops, take +2 momentum. And that you remember being when you swore this vow. This vow now stands for all of you. But that was earlier. At this moment, you are in space, trying to find your way to Drinax, a place that you have not yet found the way to get there. This, my friends, is going to be an expedition. You all need to undertake an expedition in order to find Drinax. And if you do, that will help you, succeed in your quest. Someone's going to have to deal with this. We will begin our expedition. Now, let me get my little test out there, because that's it's great times. Somebody's got to take this test. Let me look at our moves. Exploration moves. Undertake an expedition. When you trailblaze a route through perilous space, journey over hazardous terrain, or survey a mysterious site, we must give this expedition a rank and a name, and then for each segment of the expedition, we envision our approach. So this is going to be a progress clock. It's going to be not so bad. It's pretty trivial, I think. It's not so bad to get there. But this is going to be, the progress is going to be finding Drinax, right? You need to, find a way to Drinax. This will be a troublesome, it won't be so difficult of a progress clock. So let me ask, do you all move at speed? Do you keep under the radar, or do you stay vigilant? Do you want to undertake this expedition with edge, shadow, or wits? And who's going to be leading it on this ship?
If we want to be sneaky, I'll roll, but anything else, not it.
I've done my part.
I'll roll if we want to stay vigilant.
You tell me how you fly through space. You are right now flying through space, trying to get to this planet, trying to find your way through it, and what route you take will tell us how you guys move through space.
I feel like vigilant seems to make a lot of sense.
I mean, Boom Boom would be like, let's go fast. Like that's, I'm gonna be like, we should just get there. The sooner we get there, the sooner we get it, the sooner we come back. It's all easy that way.
Awesome. We all want something different.
But who's flying?
That is a good question.
Oh. What do you need to roll to go fast? Is that edge?
Edge is fast.
Edge.
Shadow is stealthily, and wits is vigilance.
Since I'm the engineering type, I imagine I'm not the pilot.
Oh, okay.
So you can do whatever you want.
You the pilot for that.
You can be the engineer and the pilot. Absolutely, you can do whatever you want.
What about when something breaks when you're piloting? Stress.
Oh, well.
Stress.
Boom Boom can be your backup pilot.
This sounds like we have Andromeda taking us off into space with wits. But before you roll, do you have any edges? Do you have any assets that will help you with this?
Craft, repair, or purpose? Nope.
Okay. Roll wits.
It's just a straight old thing.
Is this a vow? This
Can
isn't like a
we-
vow to do this, right?
No,
Nope,
it's
this
just a move.
Can
move.
we help Andromeda though? Like if Boom Boom, if I can tie it into something narratively, could Boom
This
Boom
would
help
be
Andromeda?
secure an advantage for your ally.
I would love to do that.
Tell me how.
I think Boom Boom is like, they have maybe listened to the way that I'm trying to call you Pup Chop, that Andromeda has talked about different things happening in the ship, and their whole intent is to get there fast, right? So their aid comes in the form of them being like, oh, hey, you want me to go and turn on the conductor coils so that we can go a little bit faster?
roll wits.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's not great.
Uh-huh,
I thought it was going to be an edgy thing because we're going faster.
But that's about expertise.
Oh. What's wits about? Because they're not trying to lie.
No, wits is about expertise and like technical things. And if you're going to be turning on coils,
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Wait, what is edge about? Because that was the one I was angling towards.
moving fast.
Moving
dexterity, agility, moving fast.
Oh, like physically moving fast.
Yes.
Oh.
Or moving the ship, piloting the ship recklessly would also be edge.
Well, Boom Boom would do that. Okay, we're just gonna roll wits. We're gonna see what happens.
Oh, boy.
Hopefully, I don't hurt things.
It'll go really well.
Oh no! It's a
Oh,
miss
it's
with
really
a
bad.
match.
Miss.
It's real
Okay.
bad.
Take it back.
Miss
So-
with a match.
Just kidding. I don't want to help
Miss-
anymore.
Miss with a match. Let's talk about this because matches give you either a critical success or a critical failure. And because you missed and it's a match, that makes it a critical failure.
I told you not to touch the coils.
Boom was like, I'm sorry. I'm
I
sorry.
told you to never touch the coils.
I just wanted us to get there a little bit faster.
My poor coils.
Look, I promise not to touch the coils again. What do you need me to fix? I'll fix it. And
Don't
then they pick up a
touch-
wrench.
Anything.
So let's think about what happens when you have to pay the price. Boom, boom. You must now pay the price. So I like this very much. Feel like it's pretty bad, or it is what it is. I'm gonna just here's the pay the price card. I'm gonna just put that right out there, just so you can look at it. Just in case you wanted to see it. So
Oh, I can't.
you should be able to. I put the card out there for you. So
in the-
paying the price.
Upper left-hand
There we
corner,
go.
you gotta
I
really
scroll. I gotta zoom in.
zoom in.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's on the map
so-
layer, so.
Oh, it is. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me delete that. I didn't want that on the map layer. Let me put it on the token layer.
It's
There
like we
go.
can't make it zoomy.
I'm so sorry. It should not have been there. It should have been somewhere else. So let's figure out what kind of price you have to pay because it's going to be bad. This is going to be our life. Do you think you break the ship? Do you think you damage the ship? Do you think that's the problem? Do you think you harm yourself, or would you like to roll that pay the price? I mean, we have many options here.
Let's
You know.
let's harm Boom Boom. Let's harm myself.
Okay. You're gonna harm yourself. I see. That's fair.
Wait, how does healing happen in this world? Before
Those
I
coils
say
are
that?
dangerous.
The coils are healing is involved. You have to take a move. There are moves to help yourself. These recover moves. Heal is one of them. But we have these suffer moves. So endure harm. It seems like is going to be what you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah. And I have to. You're saying I can heal myself with another move. Well, depending on what this harm
later.
is.
You're going to be injured for a bit. Yeah.
Well, all right.
Would
Let's
you-
do it.
Please, if you go to endure harm, you're going to need, when you face physical injury, fatigue, or illness, you're going to have to suffer -2 health for serious harm. So your health goes from a 5 to a 3.
Done.
Now, you have a choice here. And I want you to describe epically how this happens.
Okay.
You have a choice. You can make a roll to try to avoid some of this harm that's happening to you. But it is a roll. And if you fail, it's worse than you thought.
Okay. If I succeed, then what happens?
If you
What are my odds
succeed,
here?
you can reduce that damage from -2 health to -1, or you can embrace the pain and get +1 momentum
Okay.
on a strong hit. So you may roll either health or iron.
I'm gonna roll iron. And
Please. And this is under the suffer moves, of which there are many.
Do I just roll? I just click iron though to roll it, right?
Yeah, there's also a move. You can either do either one. It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay, perfect. Thank you. Suffer moves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Also, we're
if I
gonna have
click endure harm and roll
Yep.
that, is that what we're
Yep.
looking for? Okay, cool.
That's exactly correct.
I'm just double checking my paths to be like, is there anything
By
that
the
I
way-
can do here?
We're gonna pay the price as well because it was a
Fantastic, great,
Yeah.
good news, good news, everyone. What I think I might use haunted again because this is an effort to go and take care of somebody, and so the reason that they want to go fast is because
But how does having a ghost help you avoid all this damage that's hitting you right now?
oh yeah, no, that doesn't really. Okay. Maybe Carlos said, "Don't touch the coils" right before they touched the coils, and so like they were pulling their hand away, but they had already like maybe that's how.
You're gonna just try to use Carl for every single roll, aren't you? What exactly does
Maybe.
it say? What exactly is the
It
wording
says-
of that one?
It says you are haunted by the spirit of someone whose death you caused, or mourn, or both. When you make a move to call on their insight, add
that's
+1.
Yeah, you didn't do that.
Didn't call. Okay, cool. Here we go. Enduring harm. Oh, not with iron. Oh no, I want to do it with iron. Oh man.
Miss
Well,
with a match.
never mind, ladies and gentlemen. This is just real bad. I'm gonna stop rolling.
Don't touch my coils.
You have a choice right now.
She's
can
very
lose-
fickle.
You can lose an additional -1 health, or you can lose 2 momentum.
I'm gonna lose 2 momentum.
Okay. Now I'm gonna make a roll, and then I need you to describe exactly how this scene goes down because, this is where we're at right now. Apparently, let's find out. You face a tough choice. Okay. You've gone down into the engine room to mess with the coils to help out. You get real injured. I want you to describe to me exactly what happens and what is the tough choice that you have to make in this moment.
So they go to like connect
And it's
the
bad because
coil.
of the match, so.
Yeah, it has to be real bad. So they go to connect the coil in, right? And they get blown, like when it connects in, they get blown back against like the bulkhead, like a full just like bam, and then slump down onto the ground, and then being Bam Bam and who they are, they like fist pound and like stand up. And then the tough choice that they're faced with is now they've unhooked the coil and they need to get it because when it exploded and threw them back. So if they don't like reconnect this thing, then that's what would cause the damage to the ship. So they need to, their tough choice is knowing it's going to shock them again. Is Boom Boom going to reconnect the coil?
Make that wits roll.
Why do I keep going for wits, man? This is not
That's techie stuff.
smart. It is techie stuff. I really wish I didn't have to
You
roll
could have made a tough
anymore.
choice that involved edge or, strength or
Yeah.
something.
Like,
but-
how could
I
I
know.
involve edge or strength? Like, I couldn't think of anything. Here we are.
You,
Roll
you
it.
get a muscle through it or something. There's options.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to change my mind. No, just kidding. I'm going to stick with my really poor decisions. Oh, please don't. All right. Well, at least it's just a miss.
The ship is going to take 1 damage. Your integrity has gone down from 5 to 4.
Balls.
As
I see on this pay the price thing that you
Yep.
a trusted individual or community acts against you, or you create an opportunity for an enemy. What about make an enemy? Your ship's engineer.
So, as you get this sort of like attached, but in the process you break this coil. It's damaged. Right when your engineer is about to jump into jump space.
Yep.
Does anybody else want to help? As also Boom Boom is bleeding.
At this point, I think someone needs to. I don't really necessarily want to, but I will. What to help out here?
Don't touch the corners.
I'm not going to.
This
touch
would
the
be
corners.
secure.
Can this be
secure
like-
advantage?
Okay, so this is just like a direct advantage given to Lindy.
Yes, and you get to
or
decide
the
how
ship,
you do
or-
it. If you're going to go and help Lindy, how do you decide to do this? How do you decide to help Lindy get us towards Drinax?
Okay, so Greg often likes to try to manipulate the roles, so I'm going to try not to do that, because I was going to say I want to do it in such a way that only Lindy knows that I'm doing it, and that way, you know, Steel is the only one that knows that I'm doing it. So can I use Shadow? But I'm not going to do that because that's stupid. I'm just going to do straight up a wits.
Okay.
This is like just a fit. This is just a fix.
Yep.
Kind of help everything. All right,
Yeah,
I'll give it a
'cause
shot.
Things are, questionable in their situation right now.
All right. My rolling has been so bad recently. Here we go.
Couldn't be worse than.
Mother
Oh my god.
You got a 7
It's a
too. That's not
miss.
bad.
It's not bad.
is.
It's not a bad roll. It's just that
It's not a bad roll.
Yep.
It's just you needed one more bonus there that you don't have.
can I use
so-
momentum? How do I
But
use
your momentum is a what? A 2?
3.
3, which means it would just become a 3.
It's less
which
than
is
the
worse
5 that you rolled.
Which is less than the 5 that you rolled.
Oh, okay.
Basically, it replaces the die.
It
So if you rolled like
replaces
a
it.
1 or a
Gotcha,
2,
gotcha. That's
be
what I
great.
thought. That's what I thought. Yeah,
So
we blow up.
you have
Game
to pay
over.
the
Hey, thanks for
price.
playing, everybody.
So much fun.
have to pay the
Glad
price.
I put this.
How do you think this is
Oh,
not
I didn't know I
helping
was
since you
paying a
are-
price to help.
When you miss,
Uh-huh.
whenever you miss a roll, you have to pay a price. That's the danger of rolling.
just stroking
So-
the ship's like dashboard. I'm sorry.
Mhm, mhm.
It was so-
Now, let's talk about
Greg,
your
is it-
options here.
Okay.
It wasn't a super bad miss. You can endure harm to yourself, to the ship. You can get some stress.
I'm going to do it to the ship. Of course, I'm going to do it to the ship. I'm daring Trooper to blow us up. I'm going to
Okay.
take the ships out.
All right. I'm into it.
We're
In which
gonna
case-
make enemies of the engineer in the first episode.
Nice. Your ship will now take one more integrity damage. That is withstand damage. I will note you may, if you wish, because you were there, Greg, you were part of this process. You have to explain exactly what happens. You can roll the ship's integrity to see if you can perhaps keep it from being damaged, if you want to take that risk.
But then if I fail it, I have to do
Yes,
something else, right?
It gets worse, yeah. But if you succeed, then it's not as bad as you
Right.
think.
Let's just do it then. How do I do it?
This
So
is the
go-
exact same logic I just used. I just want to point that out there.
Go
Well,
over.
I mean,
it-
this is
time
the
it'll go
system with
well.
Greg likes to, when Greg plays a new system, Greg likes to take the gas pedal and floor it and see how
Absolutely.
bad the system is.
Right?
So this is what I'm
Absolutely.
doing.
Yeah, this is the
So,
fun part.
Go over to your moves, and there is the suffer moves, and click withstand damage.
There are these specific suffer moves, Greg. You need
Oh
to
yes,
find those.
oh yes, there are. There are quite a few specific suffer
Okay.
moves. Mm-hmm.
Is it the command vehicle one? Is that what I'm looking at?
Yes, it's the your command vehicle, which has an integrity of 3 at the moment.
Okay, so what do I need to roll with? Do I get to pick or
Integrity, I
oh,
believe.
immediate catastrophic destruction? Is that something that I'm reading correctly?
What?
Or
That
You
was an
haven't rolled
option.
yet. Also, your ship is in pretty good space, so I don't think you're going to get immediate catastrophic destruction. But so you just want to roll
let's see.
with
Do it.
integrity,
With integrity. Okay.
which is a 3 at the moment.
I need to.
It is a 3. So I add that in.
It was
roll
at 4.
It was, but now it's a thing.
I don't have any modifiers right now.
Mm-mm.
Strong hit, baby.
Okay. All right.
This is how you test the system, everybody. You put it through its fucking paces.
So, I'm going to give you a choice.
Say, all right, system, let's see what you got.
You have a choice, and then you have to describe what happens. But when you make your choice, you get to just how it goes. So, the ship's integrity is going to go from a 4 to a 3, and you have the choice, because you had a strong hit, of either getting rid of that integrity damage or riding it out, taking that integrity damage, but gaining 1 momentum for yourself.
I'm going to take the momentum for my... I'm joking. Of course, I'm going to heal the ship. So this is basically...
Describe it.
This would be like Chest seeing that there's a problem and running in to kind of like, not necessarily like running into Boom Boom's aid. That he's not that type of, but like, you know, he's not white knighting any of this shit. He just kind of comes in and is like, oh shit, I think I can help this. And then he cracks it even farther. And he's like, oh fuck. And somehow, some way, like a cat walking across a keyboard and sending an email to the president. That's exactly what he does, is he reaches in and is somehow able to bypass this coil and return the integrity to the ship. He has no fucking idea how he just did that, but he pretends like he does. And so he does it. He realizes it works. He looks at Boom Boom and goes, there you go. And he walks off and shits himself.
Boom Boom will like slap him on the back. They don't intend for it to be hard, but I think it is like like.
It's a good thing you're wearing the brown pants today.
Yes.
With just a like, thanks, man. Like.
So, Andromeda.
Put in my place.
You get to make your roll now for this expedition.
Oh boy.
Using wits. Please note
for no bonus. None of that shit happens. All that shit for nothing.
We all just got fucked up for no reason.
Yeah. Undertake that expedition.
Not all of us.
Undertake an expedition. Okay.
Okay. Just Boom Boom.
With wits.
With wits. Here we go. 0 modifier. There we go.
Ooh,
it's a crit
strong
success.
Hit with a match. Okay, that is very good. So, this is actually very good for you. So first off,
why were we
I
helping
know,
you?
right? Like,
I don't know. Oh, I never figured out.
Boom
describe
just wants to go fast.
flying through space. You haven't gotten to Drinax, but tell us about how your vigilance is going to help you out as you're sort of moving through space.
Oh, just got a lot of scanners. A lot of scanning.
Scanners.
And a lot of scanning. We've got good scanners on this ship. Make sure that you can avoid pirates. They're kind of a problem. Or the unwanted patrol that might just routine inspections, slow you down. Finding out, if you do your scans well and stuff, you can jump faster. You don't have to sit there for hours at the jump point doing all that stuff. So
Right. That
like
makes
pre-running
sense.
calibrations and things. I've got numbers running all the time.
Oh, calibrations.
Also, vigilance means going to engineering and making sure that the do not touch the coil sign is still in place and that things are maintenance and good, because there is time and jump space to maintenance things. And so being vigilant partially means making sure your crew members haven't fucked up the engineering stuff.
So,
As far as you know, I did not.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. As far as I know, like Boom Boom.
So I want to show you.
Boom Boom tries to make you brownies, I think, to be like, I'm so sorry. Like,
So worrisome. So you just made a very successful move.
I did.
And that means you get to mark progress. If you go to your the combined character sheet, which I'll make sure that everybody can see.
Spacebourne Defenders.
Absolutely. You may mark progress. There's a little mark button there for your under the progress.
Ooh.
So the way this works, letting you all know how it goes. Because this is a troublesome quest, every time you succeed, every time you're able to mark progress, you mark 3 boxes. Dangerous, 2.
Nice.
Formidable, 1. Extreme, a half. And epic, only 1 little thing. And at any time you can roll to conclude your quest. Like, you decided that we think that we should be able to get to Drinax right now, you can hit that conclude button. However, you only have a 3. And you would just have to hope that those 2 challenge dice are under a 3. So it is in your best interest to try to mark more progress so that you get a higher number there. That's like your goal. But because you have succeeded, you come across something in space, right? You've reached a waypoint that as you're flying, and this is where we're going to sort of get us to this moment. As you are flying through space, you come across something very interesting. But what is this thing that you have found? Well, we do have some oracles to let us know, because this is how we do these things. Let's say that we have found a location themes. Let's see. Why don't we? Let's have we're in space, so let's have a sighting. We have found what? Roll it.
Person on the drift? Or do we have to make it up, or does it?
Oh, we
Portal,
can
a portal,
cancel.
a portal.
We are
An
in the
ancient being.
Outlands. We submit. A turbulent gravitational wave comes over the shift, right? And so the gravity goes strange and odd. And
Hey,
Good thing we don't
nothing
have
we
that.
ain't used to.
Right.
nothing
Good thing we don't have any fucking gravity.
And you see this very small burning yellow star. And around the star, you see let's call it no, we already have that. Let's go with because this is a positive, a friendly starship crosses your path. So there is as this sort of gravitational wave sort of moves everything, the gravity goes wild. And as you sort of crest the wave of this gravitational sort of anomaly, there is a starship that seems to be in a little bit of danger. Well, the engines are off. It's conked out, the small starship. But it's friendly, and it may give you a special opportunity if you decide that you want to explore it. However, we're going to call it for the evening. At this moment, there is this starship that says, "Hey, we're hailing you. Can you help us out? We've got some problems with our coils. These coils are so strange. If you might be able to help us out, we've got something for you. I'm sure we can help at any time. We're the Sis and I. We'd love to just help out, if you could."
Boom Boom will slap on the comms if nobody else does. And before talking to anyone else, they'll be like, "We're on our way."
Yes,
Okay.
people fucking with your coils can be a real problem sometimes.
And then Boom Boom will just push another brownie over toward Fixin.
As if brownies will fix this problem.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But we gotta help them, right? We gotta help them, right? Right?
They run some scans.
Maybe it's something
Roll
with their
wits.
ship. Maybe you could fix it with their ship.
Roll wits.
Because we're moving cautiously, we're staying vigilant.
Well,
So,
anytime you explore an opportunity, it's wits. And you've got scans
I'm just
going on.
saying, yeah, of course I'm running scans. This is,
Would
could be
you
a
like
pirate
me to
tactic.
help you?
I'm good. I think I'm okay.
No, do not let me
Are
help
you sure? All right.
Yeah, and I'm good. Actually, yeah, I'm okay. Got a weak hit.
Take that.
Andromeda, please add +1 to your momentum.
Hell yeah.
Now, you uncover something interesting, but it is bound up in a peril, or it reveals something ominous. You have to tell us what it is. So you're going to go onto the ship, right? You're going to go on the ship. You're going to check out what's going on with them, check out their engine, see if you can fix their coil situation. And it's going to give you momentum that'll help you get to Drinax. But you're going to learn something helpful, curious, but you're going to have to face some kind of a problem that will foreshadow something future. Tell us what it is.
Ooh,
Lindy, I got something if you want it.
I'd love to hear. Yeah.
When you go to fix the coils, you open up the compartment and there's a dead body inside.
Sure.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Inside
Found
this
your problem
compartment,
with the coils.
what do you mean? What is it?
Rigor mortis.
Huh?
And I
That
like
looks like a
I swing the panel open, and there's like a dead body, like inside of the coils.
like a pirate queen, probably.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Like this has been in here a while, crisping up, because these coils get mighty hot.
oh, we had no idea. We had no idea that body was
You really
there.
didn't smell the bacon? How
No.
often do you maintenance your coils?
Oh,
The answer is not enough if you didn't know this was in here. Yeah.
no, we didn't. Hey, maybe we can help.
I'm gonna give you some printouts on
okay.
coil maintenance.
Sure. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
You're gonna read them.
Oh, okay.
It's 379 pages.
Oh.
There will be a
okay.
test.
Oh. Well,
But yes, your help would
thanks.
be appreciated. Yeah.
Oh. Well, hold on. You know what we can do? You look pretty injured. We've got some medical help here if you need it.
Boom Boom looks down at where they've been like limping, and they're kind of, I think like one arm is just like wrapped up and like tucked against them, and they're like, that'd be great, thanks.
I imagine Andromeda immediately, no.
Let them live with their injuries.
Oh, so I'm just doing this before we go because I want to point these things out because this will be useful for you next Friday, depending on how I am after my colonoscopy. If you go to your character sheet, and you look at your oracles, you can notice that there is an oracle for characters. So the captain of this ship is named. Let's see. Let's get a name here. Let's get a given name. Sure. This is Talia. Is the captain of this ship. Call sign. Let's say Talia Beckett is the captain of this ship, the Sisendai, and they are plain-looking human because we know that. We also know that they are very cooperative, and they are an agent, which means they're a person who has a lot of knowledge and gathers information from here or there.
But they didn't know there was a body in their coils. Says, wow.
They did not.
Again.
They're also loyal. And
there will be a test.
Their goal is to build a relationship. This is a great person for you to have met, actually. They're like, they don't have anything sketchy. They're kind of freaked out by that body, though. This is a bit of a problem.
I'm more freaked out by their lack of coil maintenance.
They didn't do a lot of coil maintenance. Agent, not mechanic.
Exactly. This body would have been discovered a long time ago if they were doing their scheduled coil maintenance.
They're going to give you some space to hang out, relax, rest, and sort of get to know you all a little bit before you continue on your journey. And when we come back next week, you all can maybe make a friend and maybe heal up a little bit, get some nice food and rest, and maybe to get some Starbeam chocolate milk, which, by the way, Starbeam chocolate milk, it's good for your bones. It's malted. It's not the sponsor of the Spacebourne Defenders. Actually, that's Tablasto Sauce is the sponsor of this particular show. But also, Starbeam is pretty excellent, too. So with this moment, with a bit of respite, on their way a little bit, almost half their way towards Drinax, they have met the Sisendai, a very friendly ship full of friendly people, and also a dead body in the coil section, which is real bad, who might be able to help you heal up and help you out a little bit, maybe give you some information. But that will be for next week. So, my friends, we're going to call it. It's time to go. If you could say who you are, where we can find you next, and give some love. And just as a timeout, So the whole thing is you just do your stuff, and whenever you do something that would be relevant, you can make one of those rolls, try to get your momentum up so that you can not have to roll when you don't need to. Make progress on your clocks, and then when you make enough progress, roll it, and then you've fulfilled your quest. And by the way, once you hit Drinax, that'll be a milestone to make your way to the next spot, to get your thing. Oh, wait, sorry. There's one last thing you have to do. I'm so sorry. We have to end the session. That is a move. I'm so sorry. This is very important. Ending a session is an important move, and I do not want to miss it.
Is there a roll
without it.
associated with it?
Because
No,
if
no.
there is, I'm not touching the dice.
No,
I was
no,
going
no.
to say, it has to be Ari at this point.
No, I don't think we want that.
No, there's
I do.
There's I'm very worried about you. No, there is a move, but the move is when we finish our session. It's very chill. We have to decide something. We have to decide what it is that we want to focus on next.
Fixing the coils of this ship and getting them back into space and then getting on our way, right? Like,
Well,
Sure.
I mean,
Not
can it be
figuring
our
out-
mission objective?
Not
Like getting
figuring
the
out
plant?
who the
Or-
dead body is, though.
I'm going to note that when you end your session, whatever you decide you want to focus on, you get to take note of it and get +1 momentum for that.
we get to take note of it? Like
We're going to take note of what
I'm
it
not
is so that we can note for next week that this is what you want to focus on, and you get a +1 momentum for whatever that is.
Gotta get
Getting the plant,
Drinax.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, gotta get the plant. Get that plant.
Something that we
Okay.
can definitely use.
Yeah. Okay. That will be a +1 momentum for getting the plant or mineral. And so, we would ask at this moment if you did anything to strengthen any of your relationships, which you haven't done yet, because you haven't made any relationships, but you'll probably do that.
About
Next
weakened
time.
relationships.
I was going to say, what's the one for weekend?
there's what's the opposite?
Yeah, and I don't think you've reached any milestones just yet, because you're just on your way. But
What about
that's where we're
milestones
at
for
right
bad
now.
rolls? Because
No,
I feel like
milestones
we
are
knocked that
good.
one out of the water.
No, nope.
Oh,
Nope.
okay.
I don't think so. Nope. But here you are off in space, meeting a ship, and just you can always roll to make a connection, which means one of you can try to make this person your ally. And they can always help you out later. When you have allies, they can help you out. But let's go around and say who you are, where we can find you, and then give some love. And we're going to start with Rocket.
Hello, everyone. It is I, Rocket Fox, and yeah, you can find me. Well, in the next couple weekends, you can find me on stage because I am going to be really reaching out of my comfort zone to be a witch in
What?
in the Scottish play. Yes, which it's actually going to be very cool. The witches take a pretty big puppeteering role in this. It's going to be very spooky.
Nice.
And I'm super stoked. So if you are ish around the St. Louis area, come on out. It's going to be great. It's the Riverside Theater Project. And yeah, aside from that, giving some love. I said this in our background chat, but I have to say it so we can all enjoy it together, that my newest favorite type of shade is Lindy shade. I don't know if in part not feeling well is lending to the shadiness, but I feel a chill, and it's Lindy, and I'm loving that.
That's fair. Greg is up next. Greg, who are you? Where can we find you? And then give some love.
Hi, everybody. My name is Greg. I'm playing chess right now, but usually it's Dr. Valentine Val Morrissey. You can find me over on YouTube as Warp Reactor. I do reaction videos. I do mostly sci-fi. I'm doing a little Vox Machina right now. The sci-fi crowd does not like Vox Machina apparently, but I certainly do. It's really good.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to say is this: my love was always going to go to Lindy for being here while under the weather.
Mhm.
But to Rockette's point about the Lindy shade, the only way I can describe it is this: we've all seen that movie where there's a horrific gunfight, right? And two of the protagonists are speaking after the gunfight, and one of the protagonists looks down and goes, "Shit, I got hit." That's Lindy shade.
Yeah.
That's where,
Yeah.
when it's all said and done and the dust clears and you go, "Oh my God, I've received a mortal fucking wound." That's Lindy shade, everybody. Everybody, I can't wait until next week. This is a very fun system. We put through its paces. Ari and I are design test. We like to test systems. That's why we like to roll a lot and fail a lot and see what can happen. And so it is passed with flying colors, friends. Next week we will put it through its paces some more. Chat, as always, you are the fucking best.
Oh, my friend Greg, we've only just started. Wait until you get into conflict or challenges or the other things. The other things.
Oh, I almost forgot. Tomorrow I am going to be over on Unmade Gaming. I am actually doing a 1v1 with one of my players from my 1980s inspired Stranger Things-esque Tales from the Loop called Atari Twilight. It is we've had about 60 episodes. If you want to see the never-ending story, if you want to see Lord of the Rings, Transformers, G.I. Joe all in one place, come join us because it is fucking fun. I'll see you then.
And then I'm going to pass this over to Ari. Ari, who are you? Where can we find you? And then give some love.
Hello, I'm Ari _Ventures.
Boom, boom.
You can find me. Also Boom Boom. I play Boom Boom. I also play Terrica, but I play Boom Boom. I'm playing Boom Boom right now.
Love it.
And you can find me live in Seattle at Unexpected Productions. I'm taking the month of October off to see a bunch of shows that friends are in that happen to overlap with whenever I would typically be doing performances. And also because it's spooky month and I just really like spooky month and all the things. Anyway, I'm off track. Love. So much love. Lindy, in answer to your question, yeah, you can call them whatever you want. My love goes, actually, we're going to keep in the theme tonight. My love goes to Lindy because that is a fantastic, beautiful, amazing nickname. And I am so on board with it. I will wait for it to be revealed in Lindy's time. But I am just constantly I don't have words, like incredibly delighted to be working at this table with all of these people because you all bring different pieces. But staying on the topic of Lindy and all the love for Lindy, like being like, oh, here's the, like, you could roll with a different thing. Like she just looks at the way that the game works and understands it like that. And it's in addition to all the acting, in addition to everything else, it's like, it's fantastic. All of the people at this table are fantastic. And then also love to you, chat, because you helped me build this character and now you get to see all the other things that I'm putting into Boom Boom. So get ready. That's all.
I see. With that said, we're going to head on over to the one that makes us laugh, the one that we love, the one who dances the Lindy. Laugh, love, Lindy. Who are you? Where can we find you?
It's
And
me.
give some love.
Hi, I'm Lindy, Laugh Love Lindy, and I don't have a lot of voice left for today, I don't think, but I had a lot of fun. I'm not sure how much of this is I might have to rewatch this tomorrow. We'll see. But I've coughed a lot less, so the drugs are working. I can't wait to put like a little outfit together for Andromeda for next week.
Yeah.
And my love goes to, at the very beginning of the session when you were like, do your intros, name some pulpy things you like, and I pulled a name out of my ass from like 5 years ago and I almost broke Greg.
Nice.
So I'm glad Greg still remembers.
Never
I'm
forget.
Laugh Love. Never
forget.
Never forget.
The
Brian
sequel's
Hawks.
coming out. That book sequel's coming out. We know it.
It's
right?
coming out. It's coming out. You know, I've got some ideas for things.
Hell, man.
Yeah, and I just can't wait to find out more about the system. Thank you for having me.
And I am Trooper SJP. So you can find me here next week for RPGs. Same time, same channel. Well, next week we're going to have part 2 of Crash Landing. By the way, the name of this little threequel, 3PO. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. Now I'm going to be
I
under
like
threequel under a lot of anesthesia that day.
It goes
and
well
I'm
with
hoping,
porn.
Yeah, I think so too. And I'm hoping that by the time the game starts, I'll be fine. But if I'm not super fine, it's cool because this system allows you to go and do some oracles to find out what's happening, and you kind of do it yourself, and I don't have to roll, and I can lurk in the background, or I'll be in the front ground. I don't know. We'll find out. But either way, I trust these folks to take care of themselves. And so next week, for part 2 of the Spacebourne Defenders of the Trojan Reach, Crash Landing. So thank you, everybody, for being here. I much appreciate it. I really want to thank Josh Meehan, who did all the art for this game and is one of the sort of the co-creators who sort of jumped in. And there's going to be some really great stuff happening, and I can't wait for this to culminate. You've got 2 more episodes to get a bunch of milestones so you can finish your quest and go fight and win. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for chat, and take care of yourselves, and we'll catch you all on the flip side, everybody. Thank you. Wait. I forgot. I've got to check. Wait. I have to see if there are any donations, because that's the important part. Hold on. Did we get any donations today? No, but we did get merch. People got merch, so that's super cool. By the way, I made the poster way late last night until super late, and that might be our new notebook. But I want to see if we can get some great art with all of our people first, and So I'm just saying we might get some art. We'll see if we can get some like fun stuff for our crew and get them on there. And so, oh, you got a cheer? Let me see. We got a cheer. Hawkeye gave us a cheer. What? You did, actually. We got a cheer from Hawkeye at the very, very beginning. Thank you. Thank you so much, Hawkeye, for the 500 bits, which says, no antagonists? Will Crash Jones star or just make a cameo? Will Emerald get pets? Will Starbeam be shared? Will Tablasto be used? Will we get them confused? And I think, actually, yes, that is the answer. We will definitely get them confused. Thank you so much, everyone. We will see you next week, bright and early, as everything is all coming together in this moment. And we will catch you all on the flip side, everybody. Thank you so much.